તું બતાઈ ના જો, ખાલી YouTube માં આવે જો તેલ લેવા ગયું, બીજું બધું
હા તું જો YouTube માં
હું જો
રેનબો સિક્સ સીજ ક્રિપ્શન હાઇસ્ટ સ્ટોરી ટ્રેલર લખ PS4
આપણે PS4 ને આપણે આમાં રેમ્બો નું ક્યાં પહોંચ્યું ભાઈ? 12 મિનિટ બતાવે છે ભાઈ, 12 મિનિટમાં આવી જાય, ટેન્શન ના લે તું. તુનસન મતલબ ભાઈ તું, તુનસન मतलब भाई तू अपन भाई फेस कैम भी रखेगा. Video capture device, it's default integrated game.
boss.
Okay, 12 minutes. 11 minutes 30 seconds.
क्या करे dale y caray no ay fuck
Okay, 12 minutes. 11 minutes 30 seconds.
क्या करे
ટોમ રાઇડર કઈ છે?
dale y caray છે હવે કઈ છે તો યાદ નથી. ગ્રાફિક એમ તો હારા છે. ay ગજબ જે પણ ગજબ બનાવી.
આપણે ઓલી ખબર રમતા ઈ પૂરી
11 minutes 30 seconds.
ઈ નહીં બીજી જે આ
એમાં હું હતું આપણે તે હું તો ફસાઈ ગયો તો તેમાં.
મને યાદ નથી હો, લગભગ પૂરી કઈ હતી મને યાદ છે ત્યાં સુધી.
ટોમ રાઇડર કઈ
ઓલા
છે?
લેપટોપ માં કઈ રીતે એમાં હઈ છે હવે કઈ છે તો યાદ નથી. ગ્રાફિક એમ તો હારા છે. ગજબ અલગ લેવલ ના લેપટોપ.
હાલે ચાલુ થઈ ગયું. 14 minutes 23 seconds live in. 11 minutes 30 seconds.
આ તો એ 15 મિનિટ.
હાલો એ 15 મિનિટમાં આવે જો.
આપણે તે હું તો ફસાઈ ગયો તો તેમાં.
મને યાદ નથી હો, લગભગ પૂરી કઈ રીતે હજી 15 મિનિટમાં.
ટોમ રાઇડર કઈ
ઓલા
છે?
લેપટોપ માં કઈ રીતે એમાં હઈ છે હવે કઈ છે તો યાદ નથી. ગ્રાફિક એમ તો હારા છે. ગજબ
લેટ્સ ગો એવું લખ્યું.
હાલે ચાલુ થઈ ગયું. 14
બુદ્ધિ જ નથી.
આપણી કોમેન્ટ તો આપણને નથી દેખાતી એટલી ફાસ્ટ બધાય કરે છે.
એ સવાલ જ નથી ને ભાઈ.
હા
એ તો સવાલ જ નથી ને.
એક મિનિટ તમારો અવાજ ઉધારો ધ્યાનનો ચાલુ હશે જ નહીં.
હા તો ભાઈ હું કોમરેડ
બોલતો કઈક જસ.
હલો
ચાલો યાર.
હા બોલ 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 ને, જલ્દી બોલી જા ને.
બસ ઉભા રહેજો હવે બોલો તો.
હા ભાઈ
Yo boy. You boy.
મ્યુઝિક સારું રાખ્યું છે ઘરના.
રાખે જ ને ન્યા ઘટે છે હે પૈસે ઘટ રહે કા
બતા તો નથી. I am dancing. કોકે કોમેન્ટ કરી.
એમાં કોક લખો this 30 minute will decide the future of Rainbow Six Siege. This 30 minute This 30 minute will decide the future of R6. This 30 minute will decide the future of Rainbow Six.
મારું આવ્યું જ નહીં.
આવી ગયું મારું.
લેટ્સ કુક હવે આવ્યું.
આવ્યું. કેસર લીલાઇટ લાસ્ટ ઓફ ધ પાસ. Flores simply so cringe.
Drawing.
360 માં જોવું છે ભાઈ.
360 માં જ જોવાનું હોય બાપુ.
360 માં જોઉં છું.
મારું
20
480
needs
માં.
elite to be honest.
What is the 6 invitation? When is the 6 invitational starting? Wow. Bro, wow, nice
નહીં,
question.
હસ્તી છે.
Vigil Elite भाई. कौन क्यों? Why you need Vigil Elite bro?
10 comment વાંચજે.
મારી વાત
शुभम छवन. अरे शुभम.
સારું. કઈ
आजा भाई आजा.
મેં કરી જો વહી ગઈ ઉપર જાય છે.
અરે
પાછી કરું. અરે એવી નથી.
અરે મેં નથી કર્યું બરાબર કરું. શું લખાઈ ગયું યાર?
Who else is vibing on this song? No one. Bro, no one.
સાયકલ
સાહેબ, શું લખાઈ ગયું?
કા જાય નહીં મારી.
ભેગા પડી જાય જો નીચે રાઈટ સાઈડ જો.
10 minute 44 second.
હવે જોજે જાહે. આવી લગભગ આવી. આ ગઈ.
બરાબર. હેપી રિવીલ ડે ગાઈઝ. એવું પછી બફ બ્લીડ. હા,
ના આવી.
makers બોલતા.
What do everyone think if this new operator so far? It will be the
તને રિવીલ માં આવી વાત વાલે છે. બધાને ખબર છે ઓપરેટર શું છે.
why the test server.
G2 just મારે કોઈ રિપ્લાય કર્યું.
Team S win. ભાઈ આજો આ
Watching
બતાય.
both YouTube and Twitch.
Get out of my head.
Change my mind.
Watching on both YouTube and Twitch. Remove MKM from console. Okay, something can, nothing can.
I don't want
I
it.
don't want this music. Ah, MKN શું છે ભાઈ? What is this? Remove MKN Chrome console UV. Nice. Kali sucks Elite 2. Why, bro? Why? Why this Indian people is saying that Kali sucks? It's an Indian operator, bro.
They want Kali to suck.
Oof. I hope you see this. Still Alive is better song. Is this for your 6? Is this for your 6? Nice, bye. Nice
Donated
question.
$5.
Donate.
ઓલો જો.
Cheap.
જવારા છે ભાઈ.
This.
If it's not Turkish operator, then delete it and again.
Beside the future of RAIND or Rainbow 6 SIG.
New map? No. Echo buff? What do you mean by echo and buff? Rook is garbage.
Oh, just man,
So is you, bro.
Psycho greater than Tengu. I like Tengu, but now Psycho is better. Internet can say.
Internet Ravan.
Internet Ravan.
No border river. Joey is gay.
PlayStation team in R6. I don't think there is any PlayStation team in R6.
Who else lose ranked matches because teammates gain too early?
Ecock for everyone.
Dying too early.
Bye. Heads off to this Belgian. Ecock to everyone. What?
For everyone.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Ecock for everyone. Bye. Fix. Is this match for some leaks?
TSM bolo.
TSMT.
Ah, yeah. Just kar ola tag.
Give SMG 11 glass scope. Bhai શું હાલે?
This song is bop.
What are your ranks? Champion. Creator mode rank 160. New operator. High plan. 10 देखी बारी है. जैसी जिसकी सोच.
Jesse जिसकी साथ.
MNK यार बहुत बात कर रहा है.
Ah, bye, bro. खराब है.
પિસ્તોલ એકમ નેક્સ્ટ.
We need more female attacker. Sure, girl, we will give it.
મોહમ્મદ રજા બારો હું હતું વયું ગયો
ખબર નહીં.
Ecock for everyone. Hashtag Ecock for everyone. What is happening?
Fix the server. You mean Ubisoft server?
No, આની વાત સાચી ભાઈ. They should make each have music like this in lobbies.
10 ડેક્યાડિયા. હા હા, shut up.
કોણે કર્યું?
રાવણે. UB release the playlist.
Nice.
Yes, this is reveal. Is Penta still the ranking champion? Why nerf cave? Just listen, lol.
Nerf warden is
જો
OP.
લગભગ future is now.
એક તો કેદી નું આવી ગયું. હા, future is now.
Nah, Nerf warden, he is OP, okay?
ખાલી elite.
Maddox.
I need to pay for new operator. It's bye bye to Rainbow Six Siege. Buff recruit. Nice, oh. R6 Civil War. Elite recruit. Nice.
Nice भाई, nice. अलग ही नशे करते हैं भाई.
Black eyes buyable please. Nice one bro.
भाई ना लपू पड़े भाई. Black
કાઈ
eyes
ખોટી વાત બાયબલ નહીં હો ભાઈ ખોટી વાત
buyable भाई. Black
ના,
eyes
ના, ના,
buyable.
ના.
એ मैं हूँ ना जे. 100% right. The future is now.
નાની મોટી સ્ક્રીન માં ક્યાં દેખાડે છે ચેટ નાની સ્ક્રીન માં દેખાડે
અરે પણ ઊભો તો રે કરું મોટી સ્ક્રીન.
તારામ નથી કેતો આપણે YouTube માં મોટી સ્ક્રીન માં ચેટ જોયું હોય તો
મોટી સ્ક્રીન માં ચેટ ના આવે બાપુ. ચેટ આટલામાં જ
આટલી જ
આવશે.
આવે.
200 એ જસ યાર
શું?
આ એ બનાવી જાય લે જે મળે નસીબ
ના ના ના, ના હવે હું કંટાળ્યા.
અરે યાર.
તો યાર બધાય પાય ભાઈ
ભલે હોય. Then is Kali Elite. New AC Elite boss પણ
પણ કેટલા ત્રણ તો છે
હવે જોજે ટીકી.
કેમ છે કાન્ટ વેઇટ ફોર નેક્સ્ટ ઓકે કેવું
ઓય ચાલુ.
Getting the job done often requires a creative approach. That's where I
અવાજ મસ્ત છે ભાઈ
Hey
હાલો
everyone.
હાલો
We finally have your team assignments. Please give them a look over.
Wait, you're giving me Cali? Seriously?
I'll trade you buck for Cali.
No
ભાઈ
trouble.
આવી ગયું છે.
Everyone needs to learn to work
હવે
together.
છેલ્લું લગભગ મેચ આવશે મને એવું લાગે
I hope Mosi's not on my team, or he might experience an accident.
No?
આહા
Listen, I appreciate your concerns. But
Bye,
one
man,
of
we
my
are live, oh.
strengths is our diversity. As team captains,
Control.
you must learn to
But I love Mira.
variety of backgrounds and specializations.
I don't recognize this name. Who's Aruni?
જસ
શું?
ફરમાઈટ બેઠો
અચ્છા.
How's it going back there?
I need a couple more seconds.
Jordan, you need to hurry!
I'm on it.
અરે પાછળ આવે છે તમારે.
Almost there.
આવ્યું કાઢ નીચેથી
Hold on!
ઉપર હવે.
We need to get...
કેમ છે? દેખ રહે હો થર્માઇટ જી દેખ રહે હો.
Anyone home?
બસ આ લોકોની ભૂલ નથી
શેની?
બોમ્બ પાછળ ફાટ્યો હતો થર્માઇટ પાછળ હતો
It's been
હાથ પગ ઓલી ના ગયા
So you're
ભૂલ જ છે. આ થર્માઇટ આલે છે ને ભેગો ભેગો.
Bangkok wasn't your fault,
Nice.
Jordan. A work is dangerous. I never blamed you, my friend. Not once.
આહા
આહાહાહા.
out there, huh?
I've got to train hard if I'm going to kick your ass.
Let's not get carried away now.
See you on the field.
Lyra,
હસ્તી યાર.
how's that stuff work on arthritis?
The nanobots should help, but you'll pay for it tomorrow.
Well, sounds fair to me.
Harry says you're here to whip us into shape. That true?
Let's find out.
Move out, people!
તો કેવો લાગે સ્મોક સુપરનોવા ઓ ભાઈ સ્કીમ કેનિસ્ટર ઓ ભાઈ આયા તો દી દીધા જીરો એ તો
ઓ ભાઈ
ઓપી
ગોડ જે યાર
અરે જો વયો ગયો ગોડ.
લિયો
Oryx! Oryx!
Police,
Put your
yeah.
feet wrapped, dammit!
એમને પિસ્તોલ વાપરે જતો ગુબડીને.
Mierda!
How did the first lesson go?
દેવો આ દેવ છે.
You might want to call a medic.
એરી પાંડે.
R&D has set up the facilities you requested. Same time tomorrow?
That's the deal.
Splendid. Anything else I can do for you, Sam?
અને મજા નથી આવતી લાગતી
Call me Zero.
Shadow Legacy 15 14 13
ભાઈ બધાય ના આવે. મને લાગ લેટ્સ ફક ધેમ.
ગમે એમ માણસો બોલશે એ નહીં મજા આવે કે દેખાડ્યા જ રાખો
કેજી આવ્યો
કેજી જે બોલો
વિના વિડિયો.
I can make it, dude.
ઓહ
I just hot shot was. I can do it. Lol. Yeah, there's a rook in there. Another rook.
પ્રો પ્લેયર અરે
અરે
Another one out right
ઓ ભાઈ આ ના કોણ તો
That's going on to YouTube.
કેવા મેં પતા ભાઈ બધાય
કેટલા ડાર્ક હતા.
ખરાબ ભાઈ
હા ભાઈ હસ્તી હસ્તી હસ્તી. અમે જોયો છે ભાઈ.
અમે જોયો છે.
One friendly operator remaining. Four eliminated.
ભાઈ
અલગ લેવલ નું અલગ.
Activating shock drone.
બેટા થી દેખાડે છે ને કે
હા એટલે ખબર નહીં લગભગ આ એમ જ.
એટલે હોય જ ને ભાઈ આ 14 ટીઝર હતા ભાઈ આની તો
હા
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
આઈ
હસ્તી.
ભાઈ આજે ખોટ સીન ખોટા સીન
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
ઇમ્પેક્ટ છે નહીં જો
ઓ ભાઈ
હેડ લેવલ એમ ભાઈ આને
હેકર હેકર
પીક પીક આવું આવડવું જોઈએ દેખી
હસ્તી હાથી આવી જતો છે.
Mission critical bomb diffuser activated.
ટીમ હતી ભાઈ.
Operator standing. Diffuser located. Bomb.
હત્યા.
કટ કેવો મેપ છે આ
ભાઈ હું છે?
Last op remaining. Op 4 eliminated.
અરે ઈ લોકોએ અફેક્ટ નાખી છે.
બને નહીં
આ જસ જસ આવું કરો.
ના હો ના અમારું છે ભાઈ
આવું કરો યાર. શું હાલે?
આ મેં જોયો છે વિડીયો આને જ જોયો જૂનું હાઉસ
ઓ સેવનિક ભાઈ.
He doesn't even know.
You know what to do. Back of the head. Execution.
No, you can't. How is a blitz? You can do it.
Oh, you're so dirty. You're so
Bye.
કયો એંગલ છે ભાઈ જસ
ચેલેટ અરે જૂના ચેલેટ નો એંગલ છે આ.
Bruh.
No, I think the black is dead.
It better be. Neck was the one. That's what.
You were right.
ઓફિસ લઈ ગયો ઓફિસ ટુ એફ ઓફિસ કયું છે
જૂના ચેલેટ નો છે ભાઈ. ઓફિસ હતી યાદ હોય તો બેડરૂમ ની બાજુમાં.
આ જૂનું જોયું છે
ઓફિસ.
Hello and welcome. This past
Buen día.
year has been one that
goes.
stretched our definitions of the word unexpected. Throughout it all, though, we've been able to overcome, to persevere, and to excel. Today, we want to celebrate the many different paths we walk, each of which brings us to a common ground where we may be entertained, inspired, and driven to claim greatness. No matter how long the journey or where it took you, we welcome you one and all to Rainbow Six Siege. Welcome to the Sixth Invitational. Tonight, we begin a celebration of our
Maria.
vibrant community.
Let's go.
From silvers to streamers, from cosplayers to competitors, the spotlight is on you. To give us a trip down memory lane, we've assembled a collection of some of Siege's finest content creators to take us on a magical journey through some of Siege's most golden moments.
Thanks, Rachel, and welcome everybody to the Sixth Invitational Content Creator Show Match. I'm Lonnie Lightning. Well, you already know that. I don't need an introduction. But joining me today is going to be Henry, Red Cube Danish. I wish I had a little call sign. I wish I had a little cool little name that went between me.
See, I like Red Cube, but I kind of like the idea of Lonnie Lightning more. It gives you that Shakira and Beyonce vibe, and you gotta stick with that. It's kind of sexy.
Ooh, sexy. Well, I tell you what, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy, right? Well, all right, we're going to calm it down, but we got some content creators that need to be addressed on each of those teams. Let's head right over there, and let's talk about them a little bit.
Yes, Lonnie, the only problem is we have a lot of content creators. We have two teams and not a lot of time to talk about them. And, well, that's a recipe for you know what.
ઓય આપણે નીકળી ભેગા
Lightning round!
All right, first on the docket, we have Macy J. What do you got?
Macy, wears sweatshirts, really good at skateboarding, Ubisoft's golden child, everybody loves him.
Boom. Fast Ann.
Fast Ann. Golden locks of hair, super giggly, casts in foreign languages that I don't understand.
Gotcha. Kitty.
Kitty.
Oh, bye.
Loves
Oh,
cats,
bye.
named after them, really
I know
cool
gameplay,
charms,
Jojo.
and better hair than you.
And the charm also increases your Katie. Better hair. Coconut Bruh.
Coconut Bruh has
see.
valve cams. They're everywhere. I hate them. YouTube channel with millions of people. Once again,
I also hate them bye
Cross Archon.
આ કોણ છે?
Well, you can't say that. Beautiful hands. He's great. Wonderful teeth. Loves to travel. Great YouTuber. One of my good friends. Good guy.
All right, and now we move on to team number 2. I'm going to ignore all the hair comments, but we have the all-aim Ash mains, and all-aim, and the first person on the list is Bikini Bodhi. So,
Bikini Bodhi, the boss G boss man. Look at this guy over here. He is Swedish, I think, something like that. Really funny guy, Clash main, and he brought
Clash main.
Number 2, Snedger.
Ooh, Snuggle.
ના ભેગો રમે છે સ્નેચર.
Snedger.
The other beaver guy, got it. The English guy, super fun, really good content.
Number 3, Jericho.
Jericho. Ooh, Chris Jericho, wrestler, German guy. Tons of tattoos, really good looking.
All right, and number 4, Narcoleptic.
Dynamite man, dentist of my dreams.
Bikini કરતા હસ્તી છે ભાઈ.
Super good guy, love
એ બસ હો વધી ગયું
ના છે જ.
Gorgeous looking guy.
તો એના જોજે વિડિયો.
Last but certainly not
Yeah,
least, we have Sassalin.
સાસલા.
Bringer. I think she won.
I don't know.
I'm not good at
Yes, she is a gunner, and well, Lonnie, we have all the teams figured out, but the thing we don't have figured out is exactly what they're going to be doing and where they're going to be playing, so we have to talk about some game modes, don't we? All right, let's focus back up, and it's going to be number 1 on the docket. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. It's on presidential plane, Lonnie.
Hey,
A lot of pajamas. Rainbow is Magic is going to be your first game mode of this best of 3 series, and it's going to be quickly followed up by none other
આમાં હતા તમે Rainbow Magic માં?
Gun. Golden Gun is the only game mode of the game.
મને યાદ નથી.
Golden
શું છે એમાં?
તું લગભગ નતો જસ.
હું નતો, મને નથી યાદ.
ઓલો ટેડી બિયર હતો ભાઈ, ટેડી બિયર
We're gonna
નતો.
have to go to Stadium V2.
Stadium
Obviously, Stadium
V2.
V2, if you've been playing
yeah, Stadium.
recently, it's had a completely new rework. It's a mixture of coastline and border, and I certainly cannot wait.
I am so excited right now. I can feel it in my plums. But beforehand,
આને રસ નથી ભાઈ સૂટ
we're going to have some
વાળા.
content creators picked individually from each of those teams to get in a couple of interviews and pick their brains a little bit about the content that's about to be created. Let's head over to those interviews right now. And we're here with Coconut Bra
What is up,
from the
Flores?
Big Brain Maestro Mains.
ઓય
Coconut,
બીજા
how
બધા
you doing
ક્યાં છે?
today?
I'm doing good, Lonnie. Me and my team were
હજી ચાલુ
excited.
નથી.
How are you
કોણ?
doing?
Oh,
Apna bata.
I'm just as excited as you are
Laddu
today. He's
nahi.
got some really awesome matchups today. Well, as everybody knows, you are known for your secret Valk cams and your cheesy strats. Do you feel like you're going to pull out anything secret today? Anything that we don't know about that you're going to pull against the competition?
It's a tough one. But
Bye.
I can
Puru
say
je
is
hame
I
mara.
would definitely be going for at least one spawn peak. I mean, I don't want to die right off the bat too many times and let my team down, but I mean, all for fun. So yeah, we're gonna go for at least one today.
Ooh, what's a little fun without a spawn peak?
At least one. એટલે બધાય
In a
મેક કરશે
scenario
ખોટી
where
નો.
it goes 1-1 on each team, the tiebreaker will be put on Stadium, which is half coastline, half border. Do you feel confident that you're going to get the dub with your team on that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we haven't played Stadium yet, but I mean, if it's half coastline, I'm not worried too much at all. I mean, we got Macy Cross on our team. There's no purple target.
Okay, just જીતશે આપણે ટીમ બદલાવી. બરોબર?
But I mean, yeah.
એમ વાત ને જીતે નહીં મોજની વાત છે.
Awesome. Yeah, those
એટલે
purple
મોત
types
તો
of death. I
સુધી
remember
ગઈ
a
કોઈ
lot
કરે
of
જ નહીં
rage
સવાલ
filled
જ નહીં.
moments.
ને
Well,
નાકોલે ટીમ નગેટે
is there
હસતી જાય.
anything you would like to say to the viewers out there before we get started?
That's a tough one. We're gonna do our best and try to bring home the dub for the boys. So
Bringing home the dub for the boys. Well, that was Coconut Bra. Next up, we have your very own Bikini Body from the All Aim Ash Mains. Let's go right over to them.
Time game je team નું.
Bikini Body, how you doing today?
Well,
pretty good.
Pretty good. Excited. You're playing in the content creator match. I'm excited for you. Let me get you some of that energy. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Hey, there we go. The meme king himself, Bikini. Do you have any special picks today? You have any special plays? I'm thinking a Clash pick or maybe a Boss G ACOG pick, perhaps?
I mean, we are playing. If it does go to Stadium, you know, last time me and Macy played on Stadium, he saw the other end of my boss G, so that might happen again.
હા ભાઈ કેવો માર્યો તો. ગયા
Trash
વખતે.
talking begins. Well, that might have actually. answered
But
my question.
ઓમાં હતું ક્યાંક
Put in a
કોકના
1v1
વિડીયોમાં.
situation. There's some tough competition. If you were put in a 1v1, could be any content creator, who would you pick and why?
It doesn't really matter too much who you pick. At the end of the day, Siege is a thinking man's game.
હા ભાઈ બરાબર છે બરાબર છે.
A thinking man's game, huh? And you win your ones. Well, that is, I mean, from your videos, it is true. From your huge big brain plays, I can definitely see that. Well, like I said before, the viewers are wondering what's on that mind. Do you have anything to say to them?
બોલાવ.
Oh, I'm bad with this. I didn't think about that one. I don't know. At the end of the day, we're here to truly make a show match. To me, it doesn't really matter if we win or not. What matters is if we actually put on a show or not.
Well, the show.
Bikini Rasta di ke chalu karawa jaldi.
We're going to create some awesome content. I've seen it for myself. Once again, that was Bikini Body. Why you bully with the All Aim Ash Mains.
Well, Lonnie, I
Bola નું નામ શું છે?
absolutely loved that interview, and I also loved
Bully
just
you.
the mentality that Bikini has. He's going into this game, he wants to put on a show, and it's not really who wins, who does this, who does that. It's just, let's make this entertaining. But I also got to say, Lonnie, you're a pretty good interviewer.
Oh well, thank you. You know, I tried my little hardest there. I want to create a little bit of content with him. I want to see from him maybe some boss tree spawn picks, a little bit of extra action. But before we get into that, I see you're wearing a turtleneck as well. Your mom dressed you as well. We got some pretty good fashionistas on our side.
Of course, and you have the little necklace. Of course you do. Oh wow, we look dashing today. It's fantastic. But we also have a game coming up. We're going to be going on to Rainbow is Magic, and that's Air Force 1. Well, actually, no, it's called Air Cute 1 on Rainbow is Magic game mode. So I cannot wait for this. I miss all the colors. I miss all the little, like, Easter eggs that are inside the house. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be so great. Let me actually just clear the throat from my mouth after that pun. But other than that, it's going to be a casual match. Remember, first team on plane to win. It's going to be 3 rounds. First to 3, I believe. It's going to be cute. There's going to be bombs. It's going to be great. And I believe we're ready to go. First up, Rainbow is Magic.
Hello.
Yes, we are going to be moving right into the matchup here. All AIM Ash mains versus the Big Brain Maestro mains, as you guys should already know. I mean, what's your initial predictions on this matchup, Lonnie? What are you thinking?
You know what? I have not seen played in a competitive mode like this, especially with all these content creators. I mean, I'm expecting to see a lot of crazy strategies pop up. And you know what? I'm ready to see both these teams just give.
I think I am too. I think we're probably going to see a little bit of memes here and there, but that's all part of it. Again, this is a show match. That's what Bikini was talking about in his interview. It's all about having fun and putting on a show for the people who are watching at home. Obviously, I think with a bunch of content creators on a plane, and it's super colorful and super pretty, there's going to be a lot of content. And already we have a Frost in play. Frost is just one of those operators that if you step in it, there's going to be content there as well. It's all over. It's all over the place. I cannot wait to get started. And even already, we have a little drone meetup. Look how cute that is.
This is how baby drones are made.
One's dead. And you're dead. That's just unfortunate. Well, there they go. So initially, what looked as something that was happy and colorful, we have now lost 2 drones in the process. Unfortunate, rest in peace, drones. But we're gonna be moving into the very first action phase here, and no spawn peaks, surprisingly. It's plane. Getting out of spawn on plane is almost impossible. I'm very surprised by this.
So, well, as you didn't know, this is a little tiny Easter egg. Does this look familiar? Can you imagine a little rework that they did a little bit? Maybe a little children's room in a certain house?
Yes. I do, in fact, see it. If you guys did not know, plane is in house of, like, Rainbow Six, the map house. The plane is in it. Like, at least this plane is. I explained that. I apologize, but I think they understand.
You did all right. Once again, just this is the most fearful thing. Like, this is supposed to be cute and actiony, and you see all these. Oh, everything's colorful, but in reality, this is a small place. Action figures are coming to life and fighting each other just like that. Cross getting the first kill. I'm certainly already going crazy.
I cannot imagine being a child in a room and just seeing my action figures just shoot at each other. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I'd be entertained by it or absolutely terrified. Right now, I'm entertained by it, though. So Coconut Bra is actually going for a fairly early flank here up top, trying to find anybody, just not looking his way. Unfortunately, no one's upstairs with him, so he's not going to find anyone. But oh no, is that a Blackbeard in play? Did I just see a Blackbeard?
You and me both know the rules. If you have kills with Blackbeard, they do not count.
Nope,
remember, Blackbeard, the 9 lives of Rainbow Six Siege. Ooh, but Coconut Bra taking down Bikini Bone. Headshot upstairs. And Snedge taking out Coconut Bra as well.
Fast in.
They're onto Jericho, so it's gonna be a 4v2 initially here, and finally gets the kill, but it doesn't count because she is on Blackbeard. That does not count, remember, guys. So cannot count the Blackbeard kill. Siege GG, scratch that one off your list. It is now all up to the Blackbeard, however, in a 1v3 situation.
Shields, I believe there's 1 shield left, so this is totally doable. I've seen this done before, once again, in many videos. But who's on the Blackbeard right now? I think it's Sass right now. The Dinger Bringer. I'm waiting. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's see a 1v3.
I would love to see a 1v3. It wouldn't. Oh, never mind. We're not going to be able to see a 1v3. As Cross is able to find the last 2 kills, down goes Sasslin, and on to round number 2. The defenders come to a fairly comfortable start.
Once again, pretty action-filled match. I enjoyed it a lot. Once again, the Frost coming out. I did not believe I saw any Frost mat kills.
વાવેલા નહીં કરવાના ને કહી દેજો.
Was taking some names and kicking some butt, but Frost ending the life of one of the most annoying operators, I would believe. But you know what? I
Can't complain. Can't complain at all. Wow, just looking at the map from the above perspective, the aerial perspective, it is so pretty. There are so many colors. Look at this. It's like just look how cute this looks. I love it.
I mean, you say cute, but at the end of the day, this is terrifying.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
It's just it's scary.
No, it is a little scary. My action figures.
હમણાં ચાલુ કર્યું હતું Twitch માં પતી ગઈ વાતો કરતો હતો.
It is definitely a little terrifying, but it's still cute in its own sense, I guess. Kind of, not really.
I mean, at least you get alpha.
આ કયું ફીલ્ડ છે ભાઈ?
I mean, you know, murderous toys, but hey, at least you get alpha packs, am I right?
Exclamation point claim alpha pack, please. Thank you. That
does not work.
I'm sorry, mods. I just ruined something. That does not work.
There's going to be so many people who are spamming
that is on me. I apologize, mods, dearly. We have the Tachanka in play. Again, if you guys have not seen the Tachanka, we're living under a rock, but he is now just an absolute tank. He has fireballs, he has a giant gun, and he's just going to be constantly. I love it.
Oh, yo.
Oh, bye. Absolute like a beefcake. You see how strong he looks? Like they have the sweat
his
drizzling
new picture?
down.
Yes.
Amazing. Has like the throne of like guns going up. I think that's cool. I'd get a tattoo of that.
I would definitely get a tattoo of that. As Macy's able to just take down Jericho. Speaking of tattoos, Jericho has a couple of them, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore. It's now going to be a 3 versus 5 in favor of the attacking team.
I've seen a lot of red dots.
Oh, bye.
It's taking him down. Burt Mac, look at that sass snatch going absolutely ham with the Tachanka. Beautiful play.
That was a huge pick as well. It's all to the Thermite and Thatcher duo. Let's see what they can do. Slowly creeping up the flank is going to be Narcoleptic Nug. He's able to find one, making it a 3v1. Coconut Brawl goes down. And there you go. Narcoleptic Nug able to finish it off. Down goes Macy J. It is 1-1.
You know what? Did you know Narcoleptic Nug is a dentist? He's a smart teeth man. Yeah, exactly. He does not only kick teeth in the game, he kicks teeth in real life.
You hear that, guys? If you see Narcoleptic Nug in real life, you better make sure those pearly whites are pearly and white. There it is. It's like it's over. But we are into match point now. It's 1-1. Actually, no, my apologies. What am I talking about? It's not match point. We have a couple more rounds to be played. Yeah, it's 1-3, not 1-2. What game am I watching here?
I don't know. There's a lot of pink colors. I think it's messing with your brain.
No, I think it is. I think that's what it was. It was too cute, too colorful, and it just threw me off. Everything was going down the drain the moment I saw these lights.
Oh, but once again, you have both the beavers on here. Absolutely. Seems like destroying something. That's one person who I love to see as well in their content is Snooch?
5 seconds left.
The other guy. Love it.
Yeah.
You know how to say it. Chat, help me out here.
Yeah,
Snooger? Close.
Snedger, whatever. Something along those lines. Oh, it looks like a spawn peak might have come out there. They were taking a little while out of spawn, so I was expecting something, but nothing. Thankfully. At least if you're the attacking team. Thankfully, no one got spawn peaked. Jericho's moving his way up top, trying to get control of the very top floor of plane, while his team is still working their way out of spawn. Bikini on the Blackbeard. Unfortunate. Blackbeard. Sickening, actually.
Gross.
Oh, bye.
Pocket right here. The last guy sucked.
That's cute. Not really. That's kind of gross.
That's kind of gross.
My mom bought it for me, so she thought it'd be good for the occasion.
That is cute again. But it looks like already someone goes down. What operator was that? Oh, it's the Frost. Oh, that's unfortunate. You still have Frost mats down though, so you can step in those, but you won't have Frost to confirm those kills. So just gifting down kills right now is going to be the dead Frost.
Either or, like I said before, the Frost not being in play, those 3 mats can still sneak up on you, right? They can just get you.
Exactly. Speaking of getting people, he's able to find one on a Coconut Bra, and that's a huge pick. Coconut Bra, he was just shoot you through a bullet hole across the map, especially on this map. So thankfully he's dead. Huge pick from Jericho there, and now it's a 3v5 in favor of the back and forth. This game.
What was that red cube? You said
What did you just sign me up for?
No, that's all you, bud. That's all you. Well, once again, we do have the Blackbeard, though. You know what? You're better than this. What he does is take him down. Yeah, Fast and hiding in a corner trying to get that pick, trying to take him down.
Fast and just, I had no idea someone was there, and down goes Bikini. Kind of deserved that because he was running weird, so perfectly okay with that.
Yeah.
Shots are just going to riddle out from Snedge there. They are able to land, making it a 1v3. It's all up to Kitty on the smoke. Has one canister remaining as well. Still on that clock. Clutch for her.
I've seen her pull these off before. She is a maniac on that smoke. Nugget coming in for the kill on her as well. Very clean. Making that round 3.
Now we're moving on to match point. I was premature with the last call, but finally we're going to be moving on to match point. Remember, it's first to 3 here, and after a fairly dominant attacking, well, half is I guess the best word for it, it's going to be the blue team of there's a lot of A's and a lot of B's.
As soon as the 1v3 with Kitty, I was like, all A and Ash. Braid, Maestro,
right?
blue color
But all AIM Ash mains are up to.
All AIM Ash mains.
There we go.
There you go. That's a high 5 moment.
There
you go. Put it up top. A lot of frost mats there. I mean, it's got to get one, right? Someone's got to step in at least one.
Big brain में support करी.
Just like a something spectacular to happen, because when you get in that 1v1 moment that no one expects and you kill the frost, you're like, you know what, I'm doing good. I'm fine.
Like good luck clutching because your foot is literally just gone.
Just frost hari jo, di mari ek mawa jo.
But I do hope.
100%. Oh,
બે તૂટી જાય એમ કહું
to Chonka with
ના લગભગ ના બે માં લેફ્ટ સાઈડ ઠેકડો મારના
never would drop. Kind of like the infamous Black Ice SMG 11 for me.
I don't have a single Black Ice skin.
Oh,
so much pain constantly when I open up my game and I don't see any Black Ice in my inventory. It is so painful. I've tried so hard.
Hey, shotgun ni to je ne,
boss. You didn't have a reason to make fun of Red. Now you do. Not a single Black Ice on Red.
I don't have a single one. Maybe on a pistol that I never use, but like, it's just, I have nothing. It's so sad. So sad. Narcoleptic Nug has been massive for his team. Let's see if he can get another early pick here. And if he does, that could all but secure the round here for the defense. And again, they
That was meant to
That's not how you climb up ladders, Lonnie. I don't.
Is that in the script? Is that supposed to
I'm trying to find that. That's not in this. Is that in the script? Was it in the script? It's not in my script. He's down. He's not dead, but he's very low. Speaking of someone who is dead, though, Macy J goes down. That's a huge playmaker as well. And on match point, Macy, your team needs you. But still give me a 4v4. Great trade there by Kitty.
It still works out there. Still right outside. There's a lot of flashes going on. It's actually pretty exciting right now. Sweaty up here. I'm gonna have to take off the blazer, by the way, which is $499.
નીચે જે ખબર છે ઓલા લગભગ ન ખબર.
I actually got it for 15. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about my sweat.
નથી ખબર 100%.
He's in a playmaking position right now. Cross, though, on the Blackbeard can shut that all completely down. He's able to find one. Cross has been huge for his team, but a knife kill comes out. It's going to be a 1v1. Coconut Bro.
Coconut versus Bikini, legendary.
Moment they've both been waiting for. I mean, this is literally in anyone's hands.
This is exactly what I'm worried about. Is I believe I threw out that exact same couch that Coconut has in the back. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that because I don't like him going through my trash. So that's one thing right there. But you know, I wish him the best on this 1v1. Who's gonna win?
Bikini.
Or the bra.
He's sitting here very patient right now. Not pushing anything. Obviously, he doesn't need to. He's on match point. He's on defense. He's just going to sit in a corner and wait for Coconut Bro to come his way. And right now, it's all up to Coconut to make a play. He's going to go all the way upstairs, rotate around, try to figure something out. He has a decent bit of time as well. So, just a game of patience right now between these two.
Composure on both. Look at the stats. Just hunched over in their chairs, backwards capped. Sweating down the brow. They're gamers.
Focus is the name of the game right now. One
radio.
Got to get rid of that frost mat.
Go get you.
Coconut ni phate je bhai.
Speaking of running, Coconut Bra has to pick the pace up here. 20 seconds left. You're facing down match point. You gotta get this kill. Has to make a play. Tries to go for the drone. He's just gonna toss it as bait. And unfortunately, no, he goes down. And it's gonna be Bikini Bodhi who comes out on top in that 1v1.
Wanna dance?
Just like that rainbow magic is over. And we're gonna be moving on away from the
Oh भाई ओपी
A
golden gun
trash talk
हमें
by
मजा आवश्यक
Bikini wanna dance. Big words.
No surprise there, bhai. Comment watch.
Those are big words indeed, Lonnie, and if he wants to dance, there's a lot more room for dancing on the next game mode.
And speaking of game modes, it's everyone's favorite, Golden Gun. That's right, but with a twist. Henry, can you please dive a little bit more into the rules for us?
I can. So Golden Gun is played on a 3-map rotation. And if a team plans on winning that game mode, they need to first win 2 out of the 3 maps. Those 3 maps being Skyscraper, Canal, and potentially Chalet. But with that, actually, all of the players are already ready, and we can hop right into this matchup right now.
Golden Gun. This is exciting. This is one of the only game modes that when you shoot one bullet, insta kill with a little flippity do.
Don't forget the wah wah wah. You can't forget that. Don't forget the flippity do. This is my favorite game mode. 100%. It makes me feel like the best Rainbow Six player ever. Instant kills. I have a deagle. It looks cool. I look cool.
You know how many montage videos that we're going to get off of this? You know how many headshot videos? It's going to be...
Oh my goodness, a bunch. But reminder, guys, this is Golden Gun, so there's absolutely 0 prep phase. So right off the rip, already, Vigil tries to run out. Unfortunately, doesn't get a pick, so it's still going to be a 5v5. But this is a very fast-paced game mode. Back and forth, back and forth. A lot faster than Rainbow Six, so you got to pay attention here.
There's no drone phase. Could you... I mean, one shot's on drones anyway, but... I mean, already, though, Macy taking down Bikini.
Nice, baby.
Good shot.
Bikini's got to step it up. Come on, Bikini. I believe in you, Bikini, but you're letting your team down. It's already a 5 versus 4. As Macy, I mean, who other than him? Cross is also there to follow it up. Yes, so potentially the hip fires.
You can't see.
Trying to help Coconut Bra here, and I think it is because Kitty. Good night. With the hip fire and everything, is able to get that pick, and now it's down to a 2v3.
Fire.
And that is also a clip. Gosh, this is just beautiful gameplay. I love this game mode, Lonnie. Oh my.
Because I'm
a boomer, my eyesight's getting worse. But I just did not know what was going on.
Let's just do hip fire, bhai. Nice, bhai. OP, bhai.
It was fast, it was quick, and my reaction time is not fast enough to keep up with it. Either way, the one thing that I do know is the Big Brain Maestro mains won the first round.
Hip fire badai mast hota bhai.
Classic. I think so. There was a midpoint where they all switched to hip fire because I think Coconut Bra unfortunately could not ADS. So that was a entirely hip fire second half of that round, and there's a lot of cool clips, I guess you could pull. Probably a decent bit of montages coming from this game.
I'm glad it's on the new Skyscraper map. You don't see this in rank because everybody's just too terrified to play it.
Stop banning Skyscraper. Stop banning Skyscraper. Twitch chat, tell everybody you know to stop banning Skyscraper. It is a fantastic map, and I know that. I'm sick and tired of not being able to play it.
Yeah, let's take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe rip off that band-aid together. Rip it off in style.
As a C4 gets across, tries to find a peek. Unfortunately, no one there. It's still going to be a 5v5. This is the longest round we have played so far in this game mode without a kill going in favor of. As I say that once again, Macy with the entry pick. His cost is looking good right now, and it's going to be immediately refragged. However, as action flurries. Well, tries to get the pick on Twitch, and he does. Tries to get the pick under, I think that's the Capital. No, it's the Sledge. Misses his shots again. Finally, he's able to take him down. It's going to be a 1v2 situation. He sees the Capital, tries to hit his shots. They are not landing. Capital goes for the knife and misses. And just like that, 1v1, Cross could go absolutely massive here for the team. Has to play properly. Does. Dokkaebi into the grave as Cross is the man of the hour. And he secures that round for his team. I mean, that's what Cross will do to you. The man's a superstar. The man is a playmaker, and put him on Golden Gun, obviously, in a situation where he has to 1v3. He's gonna do it. The man's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to bring up that he swiped left on me, but he knows what he did wrong. So,
yep. No, he gets it
Let's get
now.
back to the game. Yeah, he knows.
We see the lion is being brought out. If there's a lion charge and gold... Why? Lion charge and Golden Gun? Come on now. I mean, I respect it. It's still Lion. He's not as good as he once was, but it's still Lion as wow. Down goes the man with the muscles and the tattoos. That's
Twinsies, we said it at the same time. God.
That guy just got sat on. That is unfortunate. Oh my goodness. That was awesome.
Big brain
Nugget was able to find one onto fast.
Big brain I cross gyo jo. Attack ma jai cross.
Remember, this is match point. The big brain monster remains have to win here as Bikini's able to find one sitting on the ground hitting the deck. Takes down Coconut Bra. It's a 2v2 now. A minute and 54 seconds still left. And it's only a 2v2. That's exactly how this game mode's gonna go the entirety. Wow. Okay. Good night, Kitty. From the ground still. Find one, making it a 1v2. It's all up to Macy J in a clutch situation. I would put my money on him any day of the week. Let's see what he can do.
You don't believe Macy had it too good for too long. I believe something else happened. Bikini's on the hey,
there it is. Macy's looking the wrong way. And down he goes.
You know, I don't choose the Giga Brain life. Giga Brain life chose me.
Must sort of like coconut no.
The Giga Brain. All I do predict things in cast, and then I get the cast.
Did you have your hair shaving your head?
Tried twice.
Headshot.
Has not worked. Did not work. No. Could go for a third time. Not going for a third time. Not happening. As we move on to round number 4 here, it's going to be 2-1. Remember, match point still in favor of the Big Brain Maestro main, so the all-aim Ash mains are backed into a corner. Got a bite here.
Still doable though. This could be definitely. Remember, one-shot kill. All it takes is
anything happens.
Some heavy caffeine usage in a dream.
Heavy caffeine usage, a little bit of luck, and good aim. And well, their name is all aim Ash mains, so they should be able to kind of put the dots together and connect this thing and get a win. And fortunately for them, they're able to find one, could find two, and he does. Going absolutely massive for his team. Macy J is able to find one out of that altercation, but it's going to be Narcoleptic Nugget going 2 for 1 for his team in a round where they really needed it.
Either I just blinked or Inception just happened because I had no idea how that ever fast taking down Jericho.
Did everything. Couldn't do anything about that fast end. Great shot. The 2v2 now. Match point. Reminder, this is down to the wire here. You have the Capital and the Zofia, both of which have a decent utility. I don't think either of them are going to use utility though. This is Golden Gun. No one's really using utility.
Can
we just talk about that skin for a moment?
Oh my goodness.
Just so universal. Please. Handcrafted mountains.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Imagine that on every gun. Oh, the R4C with... I can't even talk about it. There's something happening. 2v1. Here for Macy. Macy once again in the clutch. He wasn't able to clutch up last time in this situation. Let's see if he can figure right his wrongs, rather. He has a lot of time to work with as well.
It's Macy. I've seen him do this once before. I've seen plenty of videos where I've ended up in a few of them where he's just destroyed me. I've seen him do it.
That's more than capable.
1v2 na thai media.
More than capable.
1v2.
Slowly but surely. Just trying to go for the body slam is the Oryx, and it does not work. Saslin goes down. It's unfortunate. Who other than Bikini versus Macy? Potentially the very last round of Skyscraper. I didn't even know that. How do you lose to Bikini? Hello? The game is on Bikini. How does Bikini lose that? I had no idea.
Messi noob je yaar.
join le tu join le khali.
Oh no! It was so close to being perfect, and Bikini, as you can tell from his face cam, very, very disappointed in himself. As he should be. He had a clutch up there for his team, and I'll let them down.
And we are starting game 2, match 2. Just a reminder to everybody that this is a best of 3 series. So to win 2 out of the 3 games to win this map. I'm excited. I'm ready. Since Ash won last, if they come back, there's no stadium.
If Ash fans right here win the next 2 Golden Gun maps, it's going to be all over. Unfortunately, we will not see stadium. I don't want to be biased. I swear, but I kind of want Big Brain Maestro mains to win this game mode so we can see stadium. Right? I mean, is it wrong to think that?
Stadium's so bad right now. Shooty shooty bang bang, that's my game. And
shooty shooty bang bang.
Is no shooty bang bang to do a map 3.
Oh, I 100% agree. So we are going to be on the map of Canal. Once again, guys, this is still the Golden Gun game mode, so there's no prep phase. It's instant kills no matter where you hit anybody, and there's also the little flippy whip.
Golden Gun jo down ma khabar tamne koi na.
I love it. It's pretty. It's cool. And
so I just tried to do that with my water bottle, and let's just say it's a good time.
That adds a whole new element. That adds a whole new element. Keep the right. Oh wow. If you guys have not caught on to that yet, certainly not him. Is Nug, and also certainly not him. Is going to be in the grave. Outside, but it does not matter. Bikini going down. Once again.
He is, but
he's had his moments. He has had his moments.
Kitty OP
is in a firefight right now with Macy. Who's going to be doing? And Dinger goes down. She's ready for a fight. She's going to kill this. She's ready to go.
Good night. Coconut Bro with a nice shot. Clean it all up there. That it's the Ash mains off to a nice start.
Just remember that these one-shot bullets hatches. Everything is one shot. It's a one-shot everything.
And it also, in one shot, rips through literally anybody. No matter what. You could get shot in the toe, and you're still getting eviscerated by this thing.
Imagine yourself a little bit hefty, and you try to guess what?
Coconut broth, and there it is. There it is. That's the coconut broth. That's what we've been waiting for. That's going in the video. Jericho just got put into a montage. Say hi to you. You had the good C4, and then what was that? That was questionable. Oh my goodness. You can see here Saslin looking good. Trying to make something happen. She was able to find one pick. Potentially find two. She's just going to be sitting here in supply room corridor, waiting and watching for the peek, and the peek finally comes. Down goes Kitty. Say goodbye to the Ella. Now it's all up to the alibi. Both of these operators have incredible ability. So, and also one shots literally everybody, and now it's still a 1v2. Vigil once again. Messi clutch master himself.
Oh.
Exactly. It's Macy. It's always great to see. Once again, he's gonna be in a firefight. Look at that. We were just talking Bikini right now, and he's over here showing some big old things. Beaver.
I was Jericho, and I died.
Let's go. Wait,
what's the point?
That's
just what Coconut Bro would do to you. I don't know what that was. We don't have to talk about that. Scratch that. It didn't happen. The C4 was nice though.
You know, as soon as you install this game, you're installing it right now. You're gonna have dreams about this.
Oh, of course.
Don't play
it's the love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
good night.
Hey.
Jericho once again, he cannot catch a break. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He is. It's been rough. As Bikini is outside, still somehow alive, and finally is dead. Cross is able to secure that pick, and now all aim Ash mains in a nice position to try to flip this in their favor. Nugs also.
Gridlock.
તને આવડું નહીં તો
ઓ ભાઈ 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 ભાઈ
Pick me up and tell me everything's all right. But taken down by a
ખરાબ નેટ
grenade.
આવ્યો
કિટી ભાઈ મસ્ત રમે છે.
Grenade in Golden Gun. I never thought I'd see the day.
દેખાણું.
But it's going to be all up to the
Ooh,
bandit
nice.
here. and the bandit's
દેખાણું
gonna be
ભાઈ
dead.
દેખાણું.
Kitty with the final kill is able to secure round number 3 for the big brain maestro.
થ્રો કર્યો બરોબર
થ્રો
Was that
નતો.
double run out?
આ થ્રો જ આને શું કહેવાય થ્રો જ કહેવાય
હા આ થ્રો હતો બાકી કિટી ના
શું
તો
આ થ્રો હતો બધાય બારે હો તો થ્રો જ કહેવાય
We'll
એને
get there one day.
તોય હાથમાં આવી ગઈ હતી
Talk
લ્યો
about just how many nightmares people have playing Canal. I mean, I like the
Oh,
map
gosh.
now, but I just
આ લ્યો
down when you're playing. What is it?
Joy le.
Walker's diving room. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Now
Maybe
it's
it's just
tough.
because it is.
That was a tough map.
આ ક્લાસિક
It's
નેટ
just
હતો
no matter where you go, no matter
Master
what you
Domain.
do, there's probably a vigil or a cav or an alibi sitting behind you, just in a corner, and there's not much you can do about it, and that's why it's tough. But you still kind of got to.
જેરી કોણ પણ ગરમી
I think
ગરમી થાય જખન.
Canal should replace Border in the comp map pool. Ooh,
Why would
How
you
you feel
say
about
something
that?
so controversial yet so brave?
yeah. How do you feel about that?
I
ભાઈ 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 મ્યુટ કા લગાવે.
We have Bikini in the lobby. He is a head
One
developer
jana.
reminder, so
ન્યા કા લગાડે પેલા
that could happen. That could
Lion
really
માટે
be a possibility.
હોઈ શકે હા હોઈ શકે.
She's getting spanked.
Yeah, she's getting smoked.
આ લ્યો
It's just, it was raps. Oh,
હાલો
speaking of getting smoked, that's a Maestro Matt kill with.
બેટ હતું
ઈ
ભાઈ
મેરી આજાસ બીજો મર્યો ઓલો
મને ખબર છે
Trying
એટલે
to
જ કહું
find
છું બેટ
a
હતું
flawless round. It's got to be a 5v1 already.
Coconut છે ભાઈ
From the hatch
ઓલો
above
1v4 કરેક્ટ
is
નહીં.
able to get
ના
one
થાય આમથી
ના થાય.
basically impact.
Clutch
this
is
kill.
થાય,
Let's
હો.
see if he could clutch this out. I love Coconut, I really do, but I don't think he got
થઈ
this.
ગયું.
ઓલો જો ને
This is it though. This is
થઈ ગયું ભાઈ થઈ ગયું.
This is match point.
What? This is match point, and we are watching two people trying to box each other that are, I think, blindfolded. Oh my
એ કોણ હતું ઓલો
God.
બિકીની હતો ને
Coconut brought down.
Ah.
As that took
Fuck
way
together.
too long. I don't know what the Oryx was planning there, but every single attempt at getting the tackle off there.
આ
just
ભૂખ
missed.
જ દે
ને
છે.
આમાં ડબલ ફ્રોસ્ટ મેટ કેમ તોડવાના
Crosses room looks like he's about to hack the internet.
I'd have to see it. I'd have to wait till the
It's
face
just
cam comes back
filled
up again.
with-
એ
just
ત્યારે
filled
વોલ્ટ
with
કર્યું વોલ્ટ ના
bugs.
કર્યું
I have
તો
no
મરી
idea
જતા.
what that man's doing. Taking down the Pentagon.
He's the hacker man. He's in their firewall. He's got all our secrets. Before you know it, Cross Archon's gonna be like supreme leader
ઓલે
of the
મેસ
world.
મેન. હલો.
Right after this Golden Gun
Bye.
game. This is his priority though right now.
100%.
He's just
Ah,
sprinting in. And also with the help of the line charge, trying to get some intel,
Clean,
trying to
bye.
get an entry pick.
ભાઈ બીકીની ભાઈ
After that,
મેસી
I
મારવાનો
thought
મેસી મારવાનો.
someone would have died. Or someone would have Four people's hotline was gleaming right there. And it's all up to the Capital now. Macy J goes absolutely massive, and he doesn't even need a gun to do it. Wow. That's one way to close
C4
this map
OP, ભાઈ,
out.
C4 OP.
Unless Narcoleptic Nug, there's a chance here. You believe in him? Be honest.
I do, but I feel like my mom just came home from the grocery store with pizza saying I can skip school tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Yes,
of course,
yes, ભાઈ yes
yes,
Macy
yes.
J cleans it up with the ace.
એને
And
રાહ
all the
જોઈએ,
cards
રાહ
to
જોઈએ.
pull out on match point.
ઓલા બેરા
Lucky
કહેવાય
draw,
ભાઈ
gets the ace and a quad kill right off the rip. Does them in. Wow. You gotta feel good about that one.
મેં તો તરત જણા
I did
દેખાણ.
not mean to guess that loud. I
ઓ
am
ભાઈ ઓલો ડ્રોપ
I-
થવાના હતા. ઓલો ડ્રોપ.
વોટ બ્રિજ
I'm
વોટ બ્રિજ
excited.
હતો.
I can't say that over and
Ah,
over.
bye.
But I'm ready to see. This is what we've been
ઓ
wanting to
ભાઈ
see.
અલગ લેવલ હાલે છે.
ભાઈ મેસી એ બેમાં માન લીધી
One explosive C4 of 4K by Macy. That was insane.
Pre-recorded
You know
આવે
what
છે
that
અત્યારે
means.
પેલા રેકોર્ડ કરેલું
Tiebreaker,
ખબર છે.
1-1.
લાગે છે.
We're going to stadium. That's right. Coastline.
ચેટમાં
and border.
એમાં તો ગાંડી થઈ
રિયા તાર કિટીનો શોટ જોવાનો હતો એક.
ગોતો તો મેં
It's
જોઈ
gonna be
લીધો
frags.
ક્યારનો
We're gonna be
બેઠો
going
છું
from every which direction.
આવ જીલિયા
Methodical border. And then we're gonna have
આવા
frags,
ઇફાયર હું કઈ બોટ
coastlines,
એ મોટ આપી દીધા
explosions,
યુબી
people
સોફ્ટ પડે
shooting.
આવા ઇફાયર કેદી
એવું જ
લાગવા
લાગે.
Buying action figures.
બધા
Hey.
નાખી દીધા.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. No, don't
મૂકીએ
But,
શાંતિ છે ને
Lonnie, I have a couple
શાંતિ હો.
questions for you. Actually, I have one question for you, and it's the highlight
એ
question
ગયો નથી તું
of the day. We're
જવાનો
going to
નથી
map 3.
જવાનું
I
જ
have
છે
to
હજી તો
ask
વાર
this.
છે ભાઈ કેટલી
Who
વાર
is
15
coming
તારીખે
out
જવાનું
on
છે
top
ઓહો તું જવાનો છો ભાઈ
What do you got?
You know,
હા ભાઈ ભણવા વાળા
be a bandwagon person, but
દેખી નથી જવાનો એટલે
person just
દેખી તો પ્રો છે તો નો જે ચાલે આ કઈ સમજાતું નથી એનું શું કરવાનું
Macy, what about you? Who do you got?
Macy's a good pick. Macy's a solid pick.
તું રહેવા દે ને પણ
તું તો સિનિયર અલગ લેવલ જો તારી વાત જ
I mean,
નથી
he has
થતી
the
આયા
angles, he has all the
તું તો
angles, he
MBA
has
વાળો
whatever
છો
you
અમારે
need
MBA થોડું
to get a
કરવું
kill, and he probably will get a kill. But just
MBA
doesn't say that it
એટલે
looks
તો
like
જીયાને કરવી જીયારી
ready to go.
જીયારી
We're
હું
moving
ભાઈ
in the stadium here.
બારે જવા માટે દેવી પડે ને
ક્યાં જવું
Oh,
છે
there it
ચિલિયન
is.
ઓસ્ટ્રેલિયા
Stadium
આફ્રિકા
looking as beautiful
Australia.
as ever.
Africa,
Lonnie, I am so
City band થવાનો, બોલો.
operator ban phase. This is what I'm more used to. This is the competitive style of Siege, the map bans, the operator bans, whatever. It
એને
may
કઈ
be.
મેપ બેન
Oh, I
હમણાં
missed
ખોટી નું
this.
થામ
You just love to see it.
Exactly.
This gives you a reminiscence of what like traditional Siege competition looks like. It's great. It's wonderful. It's exciting to a point where it's mysterious, right? It's like someone's knocking on your door. Is it a pizza?
Ben Face no animation
Who knows?
what all look
mysterious. It's ready.
Rework કર્યું.
But we have
It
these
could be
fans.
both.
It
A
could
અચ્છા એવું કરશે
Maybe the
Ah.
pizza man. I don't know. I mean,
આ
hey,
બધું
you-
ટેસ્ટ
whatever-
માં ચાલે છે
whatever
ભાઈ
it may
અત્યારે
be.
મતલબ પ્રી રેકોર્ડેડ
Oh,
બધું
hey, look, Blackbeard's banned.
લ્યો આને હવે
That.
દેખાઈ
Oh, do I love that. Remember Blackbeard kills
Ah,
ભાઈ
people?
કે ભાઈ
Not going to count anymore because
Yeah.
he's been reduced to atoms, reduced to nothing. He's been put into the nether alongside his friends of Jackal and Pulse. The last band here, I'm going to guess is going to be a Valkyrie. Watch. No, it's going to be Clash. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, you got to realize though, Clash. Bikini Bodhi loves that Clash. I was expecting the Valkyrie as well, but
Clash ની
Pulse is
પાછળ
also a
Clash
very
crouch
good
કરી લઈને
band
પાછળથી નીચેથી
because
મારશે,
Macy
એમને?
has
એવું
a
નહીં
એમ નહીં
થાય.
માં શું હતું દેખી
with
જોયું
that
તે
bald majestic.
Yeah.
Say man, I'm coming up with another euphemism, but
આપણે આ જો ઓલું સેટિંગ્સ નું જે એની નીચે
Nug was
પોઝ
also
છે કે
doing
સ્ટોપ છે ઈ
God's
જોઈએ
work on Paul, so I think that
Alright.
ban works for
હા
basically
કઈક છે
both
અરે ઈ
teams.
પણ
Actually,
કસ્ટમ
we're
પોઝ
not
કરીએ
one
કે
team because they're both on the. No, my apologies.
અચ્છા ઓકે ઈ છે
I'm all over
મને
the
ના ખબર
place. The
ઈ હું
colors from the very first map still got me thrown off. That's what
Ah,
I'm blaming it on.
it's
I love the skins, by the way. You seen these skins?
so good. You know what I realized?
Okay,
when
ખાલી
you
ઓલું
brought
ખબર
up
નહીં.
was
appearance
when you have
બદલાઈ
all
હોય.
these operators going against each other. Like,
Ah,
how do they keep going
અચ્છા.
up and killing each other? But you think it's like
Stop
paintballs
જેવું
or like
લાગ્યું
rubber
મને.
balls because they just
That's
keep
what I
matching
was
right.
That's the question I had
Ah,
too.
તો
I love the cinematic as well. If you guys
હું
have
મજા આવે છે
have not
સ્ટેડિયમ
played it, have
રમવાની
not done it, I highly suggest you.
Alana
play this
પછી
game.
reveal
It's
હો.
very very fun. But no, I
Ah, reveal
have
જ
the
છે.
exact same
Reveal જ
question.
છે.
What are they shooting each other with? Like
બતાવો ને ભાઈ
it looks like it hurts because they're just done afterwards. Like they are lying on the ground, but what is it?
સવાલ જ નથી ભાઈ વિલિયા તને નથી ગમતો ને મને નથી ગમતો
The finals match
ડ્રોન કોણ જ્યાં
of
ડ્રોન
the
નથી
day.
તૂટતા ભાઈ
That's correct.
કોકોનટ
All
થી
the marbles.
ઈ તો ભાઈ ડ્રોન બન નતો રે
So I'm very, very excited. This is going to be a first 2-5 reminder. So the
Fun.
last two game modes that we have had, both of them
એને કઈ
were
નીકળ ને
first
ભાઈ
to 3. This one's going to be a first to 5. It's the most
અમે પહેલેથી કહી છીએ
બધાય ગાળું દે છે બિચારા
હું તો કહું જ છું પહેલેથી હું જોતો જ નથી
both these teams.
ભાઈ વોલ્ડન કોણ
Let's
હતું
show who the better team
વોલ્ડન કોણ હતું
કોઈથી
I
નથી
believe, not to interrupt you, but I believe this is actually first to 3 as well. I think it's just switching it up.
Oh, I
Yeah.
apologize. I apologize. My apologies. Wow, the colors, man. I'm blaming it on the colors.
See, this is why you need to shave that hair off, my guy. It's interrupting. Yeah, there you go.
There.
Hashtag
There
ball
it is
cube.
again.
Let's go.
Oh, bye.
Oh, bye.
It is not happening. I do not want to
નહીં
see
નહીં
that
નહીં નહીં
anywhere.
નહીં
Bald cube is no more. No.
Yes, Kim Johnson.
Absolutely not.
Well, we're starting out right now. We had some bullet holes, a little bit of rat right here, but
કઈ છે તને જીલિયા
finding
બાજુ
anybody
જોશે
right
ને
now. There's pre-fire, which is a really good thing. This map is still
અચ્છા,
relatively new. Once again, made up of
જોવાના હોય.
coastline and border.
કેમ છે
પોઈન્ટ ને બોલો
Yes,
ને
it is. It's
સાયકો
very
ને
new, and
બેન
you'll
ને
see aspects
એમાંથી
of
કોઈ
the
નહીં
road,
જોવાના.
coastline and border like you said in the map. You also will see Macy J in the map. If you look
બોલો
to
બરાબર
your right, you might be able to
ઈ
see
બધા
him
aim
from
good
the
આપે એવા
perspective we were
બધાને.
just on, but
એમ
his face
I
in the
saw
map
that.
is very cool
Sort
to
of
see, and also
Serial
something
D9.
that's cool to see is Macy J taking down Snedger. So Snedger is going to be dead.
આ કોણ છે ભાઈ
Just
ક્રાઉચ
like
ચોક કરીને
that,
આવ્યો
the advantage is
Classic.
surely in favor
Kitty.
and
Kitty,
firmly
kitty, kitty.
in favor of
Nah,
the
kitty
Brain
નથી.
Master
Kitty
domain.
નથી
Cross Arcana is well taking down another, making it 3v5. You know, these once you realize what room you are, you get a little bit more comfortable. They're seeing these angles, they understand what's wallbang a little, they know where they're coming from. And everybody seems to be, oh, look at that. Jared
Adio.
taking down Macy right now, going for a second on
આ
Cross
જેરીકો
Arcana.
ક્યાંથી આવ્યો છે ક્યાં કેવું રમે છે ભાઈ
Jericho able to take down the Malusi as well. Gonna try
હવે આપણે ઓલું કરવું જોઈએ શું કે ફોલો એને
potentially execute. He is all by himself, so refrag potential here is very, very low. But he's looking to make a play, and a play is going to be made. Down goes fast. 2v3, and the big brain Maestro mains.
Kitty by OP.
Driver's seat for a minute there, but now it's going to be right back to the Ash. To the Vigil. It's going to be Coconut Bro by himself here.
અચ્છા ઓકે અહીંયા છે
Waiting and watching with a minute to work with.
Yo ડિફ્યુઝર ડાઉન જો
Time to clutch out the round.
ચાર એમને આનું નામ છે ભાઈ જર્મની છે બોલો આ જર્મની
You
બોલે
just love to
જર્મન
see it on
બોલે
this map. You love to see
Jericho.
those impact frags.
Jericho.
1v1 Ying.
એનું ચાર્મે છે એનું ચાર્મે છે ઈ ફ્રેન્ચ ને ઇંગ્લિશ
Jericho
બે
has
બોલે
looked
છે
very good in this round.
ચાર્મે
I think he's going to have to get a
Yeah,
4K
sport
if
થઈ
he
જાય,
wants
sport
to
થઈ
win
જાય.
this out. I think he's correct. He's able to get the diffuser down, so it's now a retake
આમ
situation.
કે
for
મારવાનું
Vigil.
નથી
It'll
વર્ટિકલ
make
ક્લિપ
it
લઈને આવી ગયો છે
significantly more difficult because instead of
ઈ
time
sport
working in favor of the Vigil, is now working against him. He has to turn up the clock just a
જસિયા
little
કહેતો
bit.
you had
But
one
unfortunately,
job
he can't do that from the grave.
ઈ જ વાત છે
The very first round off the back of very impressive
Messi.
play by Jericho
Ahí la
against the
llegué.
attacking team.
You'll love to see this. Jericho, once again, is making powerful plays in the last two maps, but really shining right
Yes,
now
Atu.
with his Ying plays. I mean, just taking down, entering by himself, and then clutching against taking the round.
બિકીનીએ કર્યું બિકીની સોલ કોકોનટે કર્યું એક
So the all-aim Ash mains, we started to see it there, why they are called that. Jericho just hitting his shots, and now we're moving on to round
Madam
number two.
leader.
Reminder, it is to 3, so whoever wins this, well, no, it's only one person that can win
Emang
this.
Mimi National Man.
If the all-aim Ash mains
Saya
do,
nih.
it's going to be on
Jadi
the match
beda.
point. The big brain Maestro mains do, obviously. It won't be
Aduh,
until
aduh.
tied 1-1.
Poin
That's not
kita.
the biggest storyline here. There is a Cav in play, Lonnie.
You know the rules of the cat. For the audience that doesn't know, chat. Please, Henry.
The sport તો ભાઈ તો હવે
If there's an interrogation,
If there is an interrogation on the board, we need everyone in chat. We will as well. We need to scream it, right? We need to let everybody know. The world has to know that there was an interrogation, and it could happen here. So everybody pay attention. Everybody look closely.
Ah, betul ni. Bikini ka coconut ke bago clear tu paja.
Could go huge for her team. Wait and see.
it's going to be exciting.
itu kan lah bayar.
Waiting for. Once again, if the interrogation goes off, I want every old lady that is under you hitting the bottom of your floor, excuse me, with a broom telling you to and you know what you're going to say? Keep it down, Grandma! I'm watching Siege!
Pas
Because you're watching Siege, and there was an interrogation. She'll understand. You just got to explain it. She'll figure it out. You tell your landlord that's the reason you were loud. You don't have to worry about it. You will be fine. It's completely understandable.
Exactly.
I just really want to see it now. We've been hyping it
અને
up.
drone ના કરે ને એવી મજા આવે.
I'm ready though. Snedge knows exactly what he's doing. He's hiding. He's waiting for the right opportune moment. Nobody really inside yet. So once again,
Yeah.
they may not know he's on the board.
ભાઈ ભેગું ના જવાય.
Yeah, Bikini as well on the Mira. Favoring that vector. It's a very good gun.
નથી
Let's see
થયો,
if he
drone
can do
નથી થયો,
anything
ભાઈ.
with it. He's able to take a drone. So, I mean, if he does die, at least he got a drone, right?
Right, but you also see very dangerous how a shotgun. I don't know who you are, who created that weapon. I'm gonna have to talk to some Ubi devs, but that can just shoot you in the head from a mile away. Yeah, when I use it, it's like I'm shooting peas. So we got to talk about that.
That's the gun. Every time it's in somebody
nobody-
else's
Oh,
hand, that's just how
Yeah,
they
you
use that. As Yins go in to no prevail, though, I don't think anyone even got a flash from that.
તમને શું હાલે?
A little bit of a Ken waste there.
યિંગ ઓમે લાસ્ટ ગેમ માં યિંગ લીધી હતી નથા
Oh,
આવડતી
but
યાર
the first one
Nice.
goes down. Kitty taking down Jericho.
Main
Huge
dude.
pick. That was the Ying.
Nice.
And Bikini following it up against
Yo,
Flores
bhai,
with a headshot on that
Bikini-
dangerous vector.
Bikini somehow was
Mira,
able to rotate back
Yeah.
through that Mira after
itu
getting that
sawal
pick and
ada sini.
stays alive.
એટલે જ
So
મને
it
ના
was
ડોક
a
ના
4
ગમ.
before. It could have easily been a 3 before, just like it is now. As Bikini finally meets the grave. Oh no.
શું કરે છે?
Oh no. Oh,
Nice.
that was an opportunity, but he was outside. I got excited. Oh, it's got to happen, right? Like, it just seems like the cards are aligning, the stars are aligning, rather. And we have to see an interrogation here.
They know though it's a 3v2 now. We may
Bhai,
not
dekha,
see
I wanna
interrogation
this screen માં.
again, but they will be looking out for that Cav because once you know she's
Bhai,
on
હું
the
ઈ જ
board,
કહું છું.
you're watching your little tippy
Fuck
toes.
this
You know
game.
there's some girls like
Yep.
right behind you.
Hey,
ready to
hey,
get
hey, 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 hey,
snatch your
There's
ass.
a spooky girl after you, so you gotta be on your toes, gotta be on your
Spooky
heels.
girl.
And
Spooky girl ne
wow,
પડી.
shots are just riddling out with the what's Queen's gun name. I don't know. It has a lot of bullets and she was shooting a bunch of them. Coconut Bros able to find a kill as well. Just like that, it's down to a 2v2. This is the most competitive on these two teams up against each other. And there is still a cab in play, so it's a little
planting.
Oh, wait. I actually believe is the game still on the board? Am I wrong?
I think...
Was he?
I don't think so. Oh, good night.
Waiting.
No, yes, she is. She is last alive. Oh, and down goes Cap. That one hurt. The 1v1 though. Slowly but surely, Narcoleptic Nug is rotating out of sight. I don't think Yin knows this. The defense is down inside. And oh wait, that shot is gonna miss somehow from Narcoleptic Nug. Perfectly read into by the Yin. I had no idea that was actually happening. I had no clue where the last person was, but obviously she did. He was able to secure the kill. Great play there by Flores. And did you see she leaned IRL?
If you're not leaning,
everyone does that.
If you're not leaning IRL, you're not playing video games correctly.
No, I finally saw it right there. She did the little lean to the left right when the peak came out. Everyone does that.
Well, everyone knows. Everyone knows if you lean, you dodge the bullets. In the game, it works for your favor. It's like KD.
Yes. Exactly. If you're leaning IRL, that's how video games work. We are going to be moving into round number 3, 1-1. I think this is the first time Capitao is going to be brought out.
I really
wish, like, a quick to skin, you see it on the card, like, not just for laughs.
Nice.
They went over and out. This is the best map I've seen. The ambiance when you kill somebody.
Well, I love that sound. Oh, I love that sound so much.
Makes my mullet curdle with excitement.
Oh, the doo is just, it adds a whole new element. There's even a little cinematics. There's a soundtrack specifically for this map. There's Easter eggs. It has it all. It really just has it all. Was Bikini trying to jump through that window? Did he not know that was...
I don't think I haven't talked about that. I believe he did try to...
Let's not talk about that.
Nope.
What kind of Easter eggs can you find on this map?
Defuse a bomb. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's the first off, I don't know if this counts as Easter egg, but there is Macy J on the map. I think you can see him right now on the left there. Yeah, you see him right there on the left. You saw his face. It was on the wall. It was there, I swear.
And then I believe the one downstairs of all the invitational winners, correct? All the way back to 2017?
Oh, yes, there is.
17? Okay. Maybe a little sooner?
Yes, 2017. It's like 2017, 2018, and it has like the little picture, the little graphic of every single one that won. So, very, very cool touch. I love that.
Reveal! So I want to see reveal,
If you're ever just playing customs with your friends or whatever it may be, please explore this map. It just took a bunch of time making it good and beautiful for you, and it's just a very well-made map. You're going to love it.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to take a walk around this map. It's beautiful. We are going to be moving into the matchup here. It is 1-1, so stakes are high in this round. Reminder, it's a first to 3, so whoever wins here is going to be pushed on to match point, and match point is a very, very powerful thing.
I don't know, Nobody really wants to throw this in. 1-1, like you said, very powerful. One-man advantage would still be Nobody wants to make it a 4v5. God forbid. A 3v5. Everybody's just trying to check their point, making sure they can get that one pick to change the outcome.
Most of the time in situations like this, it's the person that takes the most risks that comes out on top. Who's going to be the first one to peak and come out on the winning end? That's probably going to be the one that wins this round outright. But again, with how some of these rounds have been going, you really never know.
One thing I do with the C4 is terrifying, and as you can see, taking down Snedge, but getting traded out by Jericho.
Making it a 3v3. This is seriously as competitive as we've seen it before. Fast Ann has been doing very, very well for the team, and it looks like she's on the prowl once again. Another C4. A lot of hotlines are blaming, and it's all wraps. Round number 3 goes in favor of the big brain Maestro mains. It's 2-1, and they are pushed onto match point.
Fast Ann making fast work of this team right now. Really coming out in stadium is really once again hitting her shots and just like last round, just tearing it up, doing it. Look at this shot, beautiful.
I don't know what it is with the big brain Maestro mains, but I think their C4s have to have magnets, right? It seems like no matter what, every time they throw a C4, someone on the other team is dying. Someone. Or multiple people.
Magnets, how do they work?
Ask Wamai. Yeah.
You turned it around.
That was good.
I see
That
you.
was good.
I'm gonna buy you a donut. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh
I
wait, you already
appreciate that
have.
one. I was
them in
working on
siege.
that
Yeah,
one.
sorry. That's your
Did someone
score.
say something?
Okay. You know, all right, man. Okay, there it is.
Defenders
I
protect
know Owen. I know Owen very well. No one has donuts though. Has anybody finished one of these game modes? with a donut?
So everybody's doing very good, even with the memeing and the dreaming. I believe everybody's still getting their frags, having a good time. I mean, if you're not getting kills, definitely your utility is, and I believe Frost can really.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing that you kind of
એને
like to
પૂછવું
see
છે ભાઈ
from
કાલી
these
કોણ
types of
હતું
show
છેલ્લા
matches
round?
is a little bit of competitiveness. And I think we're finally, not necessarily
GN
finally
એટલે તો
starting to see
GN
it, but
લખી.
we're really starting to see it on this map. They're going back and forth. It's a lot of 3v3s. It's a lot of instant trades, a lot of 2v2s, 1v1s. And it makes a game that's supposed to be fun and meme-filled. It's still fun and meme-filled, but actually very entertaining to watch because you really don't know who's going to win. Right now, the Ashmains, yes, they have the upper hand, but at the flip of a switch, Macy J could get another ace and a 4K in C4. You never know.
It's anybody's game. Once again, 1-2, scary, but doable. I've seen, once again, Ashmain's round decider.
Match point.
Just 10 times more. I'm waiting for it. I'm excited. I'm still waiting for the interrogation, though.
Maru
It's gonna happen.
31.
Cross my fingers.
I'm waiting as well. I'm crossing my fingers. There needs to be one more round if we want to see it, because unfortunately Cav is not in play. I'm hoping here that Big Brain, no, my apologies, all AIM Ashmains can win this one out, just for the opportunity to potentially see a Cav again.
Oh, but Bikini taking out Kitty with the first frag. Nice little headshot. That's huge. Really big and good for
getting
the
nice and cleaned up.
They drone around me.
That's a missed drone. Ooh, that could turn back to bite them.
Missed drone, bye, missed drone.
Came in and they did not see him. And if Bikini...
He's in.
Oh, no, I guess they did see him.
Planting,
Snedge
bye.
he's dead somehow.
Bikini with Jota.
Bikini's able to find a kill with the revolver. It's just all going downhill here for the attacking team. Finally, they are able to find one, making it a
એમને injured થયો તો સિમિરિયા તો એના માર નાખે.
Reaction time how નથી એનો.
Coconut Bra still making it a
કાઈ નથી reaction time.
Like you said, getting that revolver kill really good, but you cannot think you missed drone that. As soon as you think you're free, that drone is just gonna
we see Bikini is getting picked back up, so it's officially back to a 3v3. A moment there, it was a 2v3 technically. Alibi Prisma is not Macy J. He's able to take that out. A minute and 15 left. Macy J is able to find one, and now he's going to be moving in, potentially
right side, hard right.
Execute. The only problem is he doesn't have the bomb in his back pocket. It's dropped somewhere very far away. Nice. Bikini, and he does. Down goes Bikini. It's all up to the Mozzie. Slowly but surely, he was in bathroom last scene. Fast and knows that. And just like that, Big Brain Maestro Man win it out, and they are going to be your sixth invitation.
Look at the smiles on these guys. They know they're winning. They had some really good frags, and Mozzie's stuck in those showers. The showers can be fun with multiple people, but once again, not in this situation. But you just love to see. Oh, and this, the animation. Perfect, holding up the gold.
ये हम हैं।
ये तारों से मिला ना जुआ है जो
है और पार्टी चल रही है पार्टी।
बंद है उनका बोलो ना दे।
आयो।
Well, Lonnie, the gold medal is going to be going into the hands of the Big Brain Maestro Mains. An absolutely fantastic matchup, but I have a couple questions for you before we head out. Who is your top player? Straight
top
up,
player right now. Straight up, I would have to say, and I know I'm going to sound like a dead horse. Macy cannot that C4 at the end of Canal. Oh, once again, I'll say it before, I am soaking in a swamp of the best feeling I could possibly. I had to change my pants twice.
I mean, Macy just oozes championship caliber play, and it showed here. He was able to carry his team not only on Canal, but basically every single map, every single game mode. And, well, they got the dub in the end. Wow,
Messi जीतो जे हम पूछ
Fast and had a couple
Messi
International जीतो जे
Ramelo je Messi
Stadium, a bunch that you could just go back and rewatch, and saying that this was what turned it all around. But overall, everyone did great.
નથી જીતો પ્રો લીગ નથી જીતો એકે
Once
નથી
again,
જીતો ભાઈ
Jericho
એમાં
coming
જ નથી.
in at 4K, that flash, that blinding by the light, revved up like a deuce.
કોણ
You
ના
know
પાડે
the rest. It doesn't matter. And then once again, Fast Ann
કેદી તો
showing
કઈ તો
that
કતે
she had
કાંઈ
the
આવડતું
prowess
નથી.
and the fortitude to
સાચી
flag
વાત.
it off. And don't forget about it. Cross
Hey,
pulling off some.
this is Alpha Dino.
I almost forgot about
Alpha
Cross.
beat Andy.
That is a sin. I
Stream
cannot forget about
Deagle,
Cross.
the
I
Deagle
cannot
play.
forget about Cross. He was absolutely massive for his team. So was Coconut Bra. Literally everyone. We could just go down the list again. We could do the Lonnie Lightning round again, and every single one of those players made a play at some point.
It was perfect. I tell you what, I couldn't ask for a better ending for
This
the
is an out
content
together
creator
kill
match.
game.
Well,
No,
either
la
or,
podcast
it's
na
over
bolta
with.
da.
We all had
Please
fun.
don't
That concludes the 6th Invitational Content Creator match. I hope you had fun. I know we did. But please stick around. There's plenty much more
અને આ
fun to
કોણ
be
લેવા
had
રેડ
at the
ક્યુબ ને
final
પહેલી
day
વાર
of the
જોયો
6th
તો જોયો પેલા
Invitational.
કોઈ
With that
બીજા
being
આની
said,
પહેલી વાર જોયો.
I'm
પહેલી વાર
Lonnie
જોયો.
Lightning, joined by Henry. Red
આ તો
Cube
છે
Danish.
લોની લાઇટનિંગ તો
પણ
ડીઝી
અરે,
નો ઓલો
back to
કન્ટેન્ટ
you.
ક્રિએટર છે
Hey, which one of you validates parking?
કાસ્ટર જેટલા બદલતા રહેતા હોય.
Thank you to all the creators for taking
ડીઝી
us through
માં
some
ઓલો
of Siege's
ઓલો
most
ગેટ ફ્લેંગ તે
memorable
ડીઝી
in-game
માં છે ને
events.
આ ઓલા ઘરમાં
Not all
દરેક
the fun
બધા આ
happens
બધા
on
શાંતિ
screen,
રાખી
though.
લ્યા.
A lot of you expressed your love for the game this year by capturing unforgettable moments,
Russian photo લાગી
crafting
શાંતિ
impeccable cosplay,
સવાલ જ
or
નથી જો
creating
યાર.
ચાલો
stunning
રિવીલ હો.
art. We want to showcase some of our favorites from this year and celebrate all of you who bring Siege to life.
ચાલુ હોય તો બતાવો.
This is community ભાઈ.
ફેન આર્ટ.
અરે ભાઈ રે
હા હે.
રૂક છે હે? અરર. એ મામા
હા.
Oh,
ના આવો.
ભાઈ
ભાઈ
I'm going to create a rotation wall.
Valkyries.
brother sisters
Sisters.
less છે ભાઈ less. Nice ભાઈ. હોસ્ટેજ છે ઓલો ભાઈ.
હા ભાઈ. Yes.
કેમ જામતો છો?
Frost લેલા.
Definitely પર હોતા છે.
Nice ભાઈ હારું હતું. હવે મજા આવશે.
હવે મજા આવશે. મીડિયા. આરા દેખાડે તો.
ગ્રીડ લોક તો જો.
આપણે કરેલું.
Don't shoot my pylons.
અરર.
Eco
Oh, Eco ને મોજ છે.
Twitch ભાઈ.
ના ગોલ સ્લે માં તો.
Bye.
Nice.
Yippee.
ભાઈ
પોસ્ટ કરી દો.
આ ભાઈ ગોતી લેજો ઇન્સ્ટામાં.
મોકલેલી જ મેં તમને યાદ કરો.
ઓ ભાઈ.
કાતિલ નજર.
Siege has given us so many moments we've enjoyed over the past year, in a time when we needed it the most. Thank you to all of our community members who contributed to this showcase of talent. And speaking of talent, 2 members of our community have dedicated theirs to the discussion and dissection of all things Siege. Please give a big 6 invitational welcome to Get Flanked and Zyronic. Joining them today are JV Ale and Alex Karpazis to wax poetic about the last year of Siege. And maybe, just maybe, give us a sneak preview of what's to come. This is Logic Bomb, Invitational Edition.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Logic Bomb Podcast 6 Invitational Edition. We are extremely happy to be here in front of you guys today. We have 2 guests that you may recognize with us. We have Alex Karpazis, the art director, and we have Jean-Baptiste, the game director for Rainbow Six Siege. We're going to be asking them a bunch of questions today about what we have encountered in Siege over the last year, as well as what we're looking forward to in year 6. We have some community questions from all of you guys that we're going to be asking. And we're gonna sit down and have a good time today. So myself and Zyronic,
Discord માં રહે પછી કહીશ તને કારણ કે યાર પછી રિવીલ ગમે ત્યાં આવી જાય.
First of all, I guess let's talk about year 5. It was a year that I think you would have to say challenges for everybody. You know, we still kept up with the roadmap for the most part as far as content coming out, and a lot of big changes were made to the game. So I guess first of all, how would you all sum up year 5 of Rainbow Six Siege?
I say maybe one word is just tremendous. Like the amount of things that were thrown at the team's way, but the amount of stuff that we actually got done, pushed to the game. It was like
so many unique challenges, of course everything related to COVID, and a lot of challenges related to working from a distance. When you make a game, it's really hard to do that because we need to still have a very clear focus and vision of what we're doing, and I think we've delivered I'm quite impressed with everything we've delivered throughout the year in spite of this unique challenge. And we had some special stuff to deliver on during the year, things like the new generation of consoles that we wanted to deploy on, which was a very, very big technical challenge. So it's what a year. It's been something.
How do you manage to do all of this working from home without pushing the timelines too much? Is it just well planned and things just went pretty smooth?
230 EST એટલે કોકે લખ્યું કોમેન્ટ માં.
Or did you have to push some things to later in
230 EST?
Is there anything that you wanted to have done this year that
1 PM
there was some priorities and some deliverables. We seem to talk about it quite a bit when we talk about like our cell structure and how the team is kind of configured. It's probably one of the biggest proofs that moving towards this has actually helped us keep momentum. If we're in the position we were like 2 years ago, where we're this giant monolithic team with really rigid schedules and reliance on 144 માં જોજો હું દેખી.
I don't think હમણાં કર્યું મેં વાંધો નહીં વોડાફોન 3 દિન આવી ગયું એની મેળે રિચાર્જ આવ્યું ખબર નહીં.
letting teams have a lot of control over what they're delivering and making sure that they're independent, that they can deliver on their own, I think is one of the biggest things that saved us.
Topic hara ja bhai આ વખતેનો year 5 review.
cheating માં જો
I'm with you on that. I definitely feel like it has.
આપને ફેર ના પડે, આપને ફેર પડે એવા ટોપિક જો.
We could adapt to this new concept.
One of the things that I remember from a year ago, at that time when we were talking about the year and what we could expect this year was, you know, a lot of emphasis on year 5 being a year of transition. And, you know, I think that probably in your head you were thinking about the next generation of consoles and that type of transition there. But are there other examples of transitioning that you did accomplish this year? And what, like from a player's perspective, what does that year of transition mean, I guess?
I think you've seen some of it because typically we've switched to a model where we deliver less operators per year, and that's something that is user facing, but where we focus more on other aspects of the gameplay. I think we've seen just the beginning of how much we can deliver on these other gameplay aspects, and we're going to talk more about it during the year 6 part of this podcast. But it's been a transition where I think a lot of the positive outcomes and impacts of this transition have yet to be completely understood for users.
As well, just opening up the idea of what we can deliver in a season. Seeing things like new ping system accessibility settings. These are all things that we thought of as
main game developer je kada Rainbow no
બહુ હારો છે ભાઈ કઈ ખારી જગ્યાએ છે એની પોઝિશન હારી જાની
તો જ આવ્યો હોય ને ભાઈ ઓલો આર્ટ ડિરેક્ટર છે ને ઓલો આર્ટ ડિરેક્ટર હોય તો જ આવે નકર થોડો આવે
what can a new season bring to the players now and that no longer is the idea of an operator and a map.
ઓમાં હતો ક્યારે કહો ઓલું લાસ્ટ યર નો જ્યારે ઇન્વિટેસ્ટર આવ્યો ને ત્યારે એને બોલ્યો હતો સોરી ફર્સ્ટ યર ના ઇન્વિટેસ્ટર
અરે હમણાં એકવાર વચ્ચે આવ્યું હતું આ શેડો લેગેસી કે ઓલું આવ્યું ને ત્યારે ત્યારે લોજિક બોમ્બ પોડકાસ્ટ ઉપર આવ્યો હતો
all of this extra stuff because that faces every
આના કરતા તો ઓલાનું હારું છે દિલિયા ઇન્ટેરોનો કેનેડિયન નો
so I assume it's a lot more densely packed in terms of
ખબર જ છે હારું છે કેનેડિયન વાતો કરે બધા આવે ને યાર
આને હું કામ બોલાવ્યા ઓલાને બોલાવાય ઇન્ટેરોનું હારું છે જો કે ઝિયોનિક્સ હારો છે
એમાં શું છે ઇન્ટેરો પછી યુબીસોફ્ટ ને બોલે સમજો તું એટલે
હા ઈ તો ભાઈ મોટે મોટ કહી દઈએ
હા આ છે ને ચાર્ટે થોડી સમજો કે
when we do something like ping improvement we're in uncharted territory.
Pero ભાઈ મોટે મોટ જીવાય કહી દઈએ
first then it's a lot of production questions because we're not doing something we're used to do so we have to like we have new kinds of problems.
It's like ભાઈ
so a lot of
એમ હોય છે હું કામ હોય ને ખબર હોય છે
અરે ભાઈ ટીમ ને ટીમ બે છે
what kind of
ping ને પીસી
are we engaging in with the community how like
ડીજી વેગો બીજા વાળા બિચારા ઓલા ગારું દેતા છે મનમાં ડીજી ની ટીમ વાળા કે આવો કન્ટેન્ટ ક્રિએટર છે અમારો
most stressful
હા ભાઈ કન્ટેન્ટ ક્રિએટર બહુ સારો છે એની ભલે રમતો નથી હરખો
delivering the things that we're using
high class
video
so you know like I think it's been a testing year for us and
સાચી છે ભાઈ
really happy with
ના વિડિયો ભાઈ એક કંટાળો ના આવે ગેટ ફ્લેંગ
super exciting stuff for
તો એનું માને છે કોણ
If I was to tell you that my favorite change in year 5 was the shared
તો
reinforcement,
દેખી તો વિડિયો આ બનાવે છે મેસી વિડિયો ન બનાવતો મેસી જિંદગી બચાવવાની
એક મિનિટ આ રેનફોર્સ તો કઈક બોલે
because it's something that in terms of just how much work and production it represents it's not that big it's clearly much smaller than doing a new operator for instance. However, the impact that you get as a user every freaking round as a defender where you can just have your Jaeger run around and go upstairs to the hatches and just not have to worry about these damn walls and have your Rook who has a lot more time just focus on that. It sounds small for anyone who's I don't know if you're from outside the world of R6 it sounds like
okay yaar fine nu kiye je get flank
it changes your life every time you play Siege.
I will say too because we play test our game in different branches and not all of the branches have all of these changes. Sometimes we're playing a different branch there's no shared reinforcement there's no increased reinforcement like speed and like you cannot go back it feels awful like and you're like how did this never happen before so yeah changes like that bring so much to the game and because we've kind of blown the lid off of what it means to integrate new changes every single season this year has kind of confirmed that big change can happen in like
મને 500મી વાર કીધું છે
I think we need to see
newspaper
like a graph at some point or some stats on how many seconds have been saved by the speeding up of the reinforcement.
ભાઈ આરામ સે ભાઈ કમેન્ટ માં લેજે બોલો
that's got to be a couple like full years full of work
probably already just within the span of when it came out to now yeah like lifetimes.
Yeah, no, it's a massive change.
All right, well, enough about the past, okay? Well, let's get into year 6. And I think, you know, we're going to have the reveal later today where you're going to go over a lot of big stuff. But I think the big thing that I want to know from you guys, how are we transitioning to year 6 from year 5? And, you know, what does that mean to you?
For me, it means kind of taking what we've learned from year 5 now. It's the first time we have now done a rework for an operator. It's the first time we've tested a huge system like replays only in the TS. So that means that there's more possibilities now to start introducing change and to get kind of feedback from our players on that kind of change too.
But haru feedback year 5 was a year of preparation, and year 6 is a year where a lot of big changes that we've been talking about during the year, preparing, testing, getting feedbacks on, but on a small committees, just with pro players or just with small audiences internally. This is a year where we show what it's about. A bit of a fright, but also very exciting.
You mentioned the operator rework, and how difficult was it to decide that Tachenka had to change, and how much went into that, because he was the meme boy of the entire scene. Like, that had to be a pretty big decision.
For sure, especially because we had thought about it many times, and we were looking at the problem, thinking that he was at its core a turret, and I think it was the wrong way of looking at him. But because of that, we were stuck with puzzles that we couldn't solve, because whichever way we were looking at it, we couldn't see a turret working. Like, you have to be mobile in Rainbows, there's no way around it. And what I really like about what happened with him is that we gave that puzzle to our balancing cell in Barcelona, and they looked at it from a different angle, and we decided together to keep his identity, his lore, like who he is. But we decided that who he is isn't the turret, and that it could be another gadget, and it could still feel like Tachenka. And I'm super proud, because I really think it worked. I really think it paid off.
But if you were to say, like, how hard of a decision was it to say that we needed to change Tachenka, I think it was one of the easiest decisions we've ever made. Yeah. Like, Tachenka has to change.
Yeah, for sure. Right. The difficulty was on how, not on taking the decision to change.
Exactly. Like, and Tachenka is really special because this is a character that has been built up by the community. Like, despite him not being effective in the game, he's this larger than life individual. So I think from an identity point of view, that was the harder decision. What stays the same, what can we change, and the balance between those two.
Well, Alex, from an art director standpoint, whoever created the teaser video of Tachenka rework with the jets and the horses, more of that, please. That was awesome. That was really cool, and I think it really added to the excitement of the rework. In all honesty, so I think that, you know, that was definitely something that sticks out to me, and something that, you know, whenever you think about like the Tachenka rework and all the changes in year 5, to hear, you know, JB talk about year 5 was a year of preparation, year 6 is when things are really going to hit, man, that's got me excited about what could be coming this year. We're going to move on to a little bit tougher topic now, and I think that it has to be talked about, that, you know, there is a problem in not only Siege, but in gaming in general right now when it comes to cheating. Cheating comes in many forms. You know, you can see people actually using cheats in games in the forms of like wall hacks or aimbots. You can see people using mouse control, you know, manipulating matchmaking, people just being toxic and team killing, all that stuff you can kind of throw into one pile. And say that, you know, Siege deals with that just like other games do. What can we look forward to in year 6, or what's on your mind right now for how you're trying to combat cheating, toxicity, and all those issues that we see within Siege?
Yeah, this is understandably a huge topic, and it's a really tough one to be completely transparent with you, like, communicate on. But I think Half of it is just us being open about how difficult a subject like this is, and to maybe give a bit more context to it as well. Because if we were to talk about the changes we've made, it's pretty significant. First of all, we have a dedicated cell that's been operating for the last year and a bit that is actively working on like making sure it's harder for cheaters to create their cheats, making it easier for us to detect and ban cheaters. And like if you were to say, like maybe you even remember there was like a cheat where you would vault and teleport. Something like that. We had to deactivate an operator in our game, as like a measure just to make sure it wouldn't happen.
Robot વાળું game mode નતું આવ્યું એમાં હે ઓલું હતું
Hi. Like less than a week. Sometimes we're catching cheats that are not even available to the mainstream public. And it just means that, you know, we're never gonna see, or we're never gonna expose that kind of information to the community. But whether the community doesn't know it or not, we've like the team's been doing incredible work. At the same time too, when somebody talks about cheats, I know for me, I usually think of like somebody on their own, things, having fun, and maybe releasing it on the internet. Others kind of like download it and do what they will with it. That's this is now a business. People have made cheats. We are now working against teams of people who it is now their profession to develop these cheats.
Lucky team, ma'am.
Like $400. Like
Netflix
statistics of cheats where you just subscribe and you get your monthly cheat to you that you can so the fact that this world the way we attacked it and make sure that we can start dedicating resources to it so that we can combat it. Like the fact that it is such a huge business means that it will be a constant battle for the team to stop every single cheat that comes out as it comes out, or if they figure out other exploits. But the fact that we have now taken this kind of shift in mentality towards it means that we can do a lot more, a lot quicker, and throw as many wrenches as we can into cheaters developing work. The reality is we can't communicate on a lot of these things because it exposes our tactics against destabilizing the cheaters. It also exposes our team. As well. But the fact that it's still evolving on our side and we are still pushing resources into it more than we have ever before, hopefully is something that the community can appreciate. We will continue to deliver updates on what we're doing, what the team is trying to do as much as possible. Like as much as possible, these people really care about this work. We have programmers who delight in kind of squashing every single cheat, and then the cheaters will then figure out a way around that, and then it's this vicious one-upmanship. We have so in the grand scheme of things, yes, there's a lot of progress. Like give numbers at least, like we've banned 44% more cheaters this year than we have the previous year. And we can now with data models, and we're starting to create a lot more new data models so that we can automatically detect cheaters. We can give out bans 80% faster than we could before as well.
And it's not something that's necessarily super clear for people who don't know a lot about how we fight against cheaters.
Cheating ટૂંકમાં કરતા હોય 1-2 દિવસમાં બેન લાગી જાય છે આપણામાં કેટલી વાર લાગે છે
pretty much the person have
Finally,
the hand in the bag.
Valorantમાં ક્યારે લાગ્યો તો ઓલા
કોને
અઠવાડિયું
but the
પણ
thing
ઈ
is
તો પ્રો પ્લેયર હતો ને એમ કહું છું
with the IRS in
મેં પ્લેયર હોય
you're getting
NM સીધો બેન ના કરજે ને એના માટે તો ઇન્વેસ્ટિગેશન પહેલા બેહે ને
I'm not just going to try to see the proof of the stealing, for instance, but I'm also going to be looking at the behavior of the person. Okay, that's fine. That person is behaving like she is incredibly rich, but actually when I look at his revenue, it's not that rich. So there's a mismatch between both, right? This is what we're talking about when we talk about data model. It's like looking at how the people behave and thinking, okay, this maybe we don't have a clear proof of cheating yet, but we have a very good reason to be super interested in that person. And by doing that, we get much faster at catching people. And it's always a battle of speed. So that's a really important evolution of how we fight against cheat.
With all these ideas, there's been since the release of Siege, there's been a lot of good ones. There's been a lot of good stuff happening. There's also been some not so good ones every now and then. So I'm gonna give you both the chance to answer this one. What is your proudest moment since release for Siege? And what is the biggest blunder? This is one of the community questions.
We would never be this man to ask that. This is from the community.
And I'm definitely not really happy asking this question. So
That's a great
I'm
question.
looking forward to the answer
It
to
is
this
a really
one.
good question. I know on my side, something I'm really proud of for the team accomplishing at like a very early time in the project is the diversity of the cast. Visiting all these different nations, trying to have as much representation as possible. It's I wouldn't say it's not like something super rare, but it's something that I value immensely on a project that's gone on as long as this. Since day one to now, like the places we've gone, the people we've been kind of valorizing as like these heroes. I'm super proud of the team just coming together on that and reaching that kind of that roster that is amazing. Everybody can find someone in that roster to kind of appreciate or gravitate towards, and to me that's something really special.
On my side, I think. Sorry, go for it.
અત્યાર સુધી હારામાં હારી વસ્તુ ને ખરાબમાં ખરાબ વસ્તુ હોય.
He was trying to dodge it. He was trying to dodge it.
This one.
So first, it has to be said that yes, we do make mistakes, but I think the most important thing is that we learn from them. Like everything we do, I feel like we don't just say cut our loss, like leave it at that. We internalize it and we improve it. Like that's the only way this game is going to live on, is if we just take what we have and improve upon it. So having said that, I think the Hereford rework was one of the biggest learning experiences for the team. Like at the time, it sounds great. You know, we were kind of testing the theory of reworks. So to take a really old map and update it so that it can be something to be compared to with all the other maps, at its core, it's great. Except you put in, like the team put in so much work. It's essentially a new map, and along with a new map is all the other things that come with it, like you learn about problems with objective placement or runouts or spawn peaks, navigation. Like, it's really, really tough to improve a map if you kind of wipe the slate clean and then revisit it. Like, the team, I think, took that really, really to heart when we got the feedback from the community, from the pros, after playing it. And we started to double down on keeping what makes a map special and what makes it work, and then adding that layer of polish on top of it to make it competitive, or to at least to make sure that it's fun and enjoyable. I think that was probably one of the biggest pivots we've made.
Okay, comment malai khurcha media. Oh my god, I got an S black ice.
And has kind of set up year 5. I'm pretty impressed with the work the map team's done, making sure that all of those reworks come in really well. Yeah.
All right, JB, your turn.
All right, I'll start with the positive one. I think I'll just get back to Tashanka, because the thing is, I've always been passionate about balancing, and we came from a point where we released an operator like Ella, who had a broken SMG, and something as simple as a broken weapon stayed in game for months and just ruined like a lot of matches for so long. So we went from there to a point where we now have a super talented team who's dedicated to fixing balancing issues. There are still many balancing issues in the game, and we work on them actively, but I strongly believe that we fix them faster than we did, and that globally we're just much better at it than we were a few years back. So I'm really impressed by the work we did on this, and I'm super proud that we released like a full operator rework like Tashanka, where it's basically a new operator. So that's probably the thing I'm the most proud of for these past years. I'm totally with Alex on the idea that we do mistakes, but we should always try to learn from them, and we shouldn't look at them in too much of a negative light. Like, we have to allow ourselves to take risks. On design side, I think one of the tests that we did that clearly has failed in the clearest way in the past years on the operator's side is the global abilities. I think I'm still okay with the idea that we tried that, and every time we try a new concept and we try to push boundaries on what can or cannot work in Siege, every time we have to take the risk that some people are going to disagree with what we're doing, and some people are going to be against it, and we need to be super open to hearing to what they say, but also not stop immediately as we hear a negative feedback. Because if we stop immediately, there's very, very big chances that we will become immobile and we will stop evolving. So there's a delicate balance to find. And I think on this topic, on the global abilities for operators, I think it's typically one aspect, one test where we didn't listen closely enough to what people were saying and how they were describing their experience when they were playing against global abilities, and where we probably remained we kept on trying a bit too long probably on this side. So I still feel like some of these abilities are working not that badly, but some of them are still problematic, and we still see trend that we see like across all of these abilities that are problematic. And because of that, we're giving more work to our balancing team typically for them to things for them to fix in the next years. So yeah, I think I would probably be on this.
On that topic of balancing in Siege, I think one of the biggest not problems necessarily, but challenges that you have in this game is balancing this game for anywhere from the pro player down to the casual player. And there's been a lot of talk about who gets more attention or what the balancing is geared towards. Recently, in your designer notes, you've started kind of adding a note as to what this change is designed for, what player base this change is directed towards, which I think is a great addition to those notes and a welcome change. But do you want to talk a little bit about the challenge and the balancing philosophy that you have in not only balancing this game for the pros, but also the average player to make sure that both sides of the spectrum can get enjoyment out of the game?
Sure. It is definitely a big difficulty and a serious challenge. The reason is that we want the game to be fun at all levels. Like we want everyone to have fun. When pro players play a match, we also want them to have fun. Believe it or not, it's not just a matter of creating viewership and having pro league and not. Like if they have fun, it's great for everyone, and it feels when they play, when they talk about the game. And at the same time, it's also true that the way the game is played at I don't know, silver level in a ranked game, so it's still a competitive game. People still take the game very seriously at this level, or at least most of them. And the thing is, when you look at how operators are being played, how people shoot, how people interact with the environment at these levels, there are a lot of similarities, but there are also things that function quite differently. An operator like Clash isn't really an issue at pro level. Maybe she's not that fun to play against depending on who you ask, but she's not really an issue balancing wise. In terms of power level, she doesn't really create massive issues. And it's probably not true at lower levels where people are a lot less synchronized and where she creates massive frustration for a lot of players. So it's a difficulty because, of course, looking at how things behave at pro level is super interesting because it allows us to predict more efficiently how things are going to behave in the future. It's a bit of a look in the future, if you will. When you look at the pros, they learn faster. They just use everything at their disposal much more efficiently than the rest of the community. But still, there are some things that happen at their level that won't ever happen at lower levels just because they're super good, and what they're doing with this specific mechanic or operator is never going to be mimicked at lower levels. That happens. So it's a bit of a... We need to do some jungling when switching between the two mindsets.
When balancing for fun factor and for balance or power level, if you want to call it, is it better that they're fun but a little too strong, or that they're fully balanced but not as fun, if that makes sense?
I think I see what you mean. So fun comes first. Like we want people to have fun, that's for sure. And there are some imbalance that you can accept or that you can even create voluntarily because in the end, at the end of the day, they're more fun.
The
thing is, we're still a competitive game, a team game, and we want there are a lot of reasons why the idea of like balance power level wise matches quite well.
હા એ તો મને ખબર છે પણ આમને પણ ખાલી એમને હાઈપે ક્રિએટ થઈ જાય તો હું ખોટું.
There's always been this thing that Rainbow is this like complex strategical military
stream ચાલુ થઈ ત્યારે નાખ્યું કોઈ કઈ
જોઈ a few there's some toaster looking headgears, there's some mop heads.
કયું સર્વર આપણે ઈસ્ટ ઇન્ડિયા કે કયું?
Explain what's happening, how far
East Asia or East India way.
Or do we
have like, India,
India. Siege, that is the tactical version where all the uniforms and the law is canon or whatever you want to call it, and then
Twitch ઉપર તો બધા હુવાનો ઓલો ઇમોજી નાખે છે.
Siege વાત છે યાર.
સ્લીપર ઇમોજી બધા ઢગલો કર્યો છે. નકરું આખું ઈ હાલે છે. ઓ ભાઈ કેટલા છે? 5-10 મિનિટ થી હાલે છે ઈનું ઈ. હા ટ્વિચ માં લાખ વ્યુઅર્સ છે અને નકરું ઈ સ્લીપિંગ ઇમોજી આવે છે.
YouTube માં એક જ વસ્તુ હાલે છે, justice for rogue 9, get out, get flanked. Justice for rogue 9.
એટલે YouTube વાળા ઈ બેના વિડિયો જોતા હોય ને આયા હાચા બધા ઓલા આવ્યા જોવે વાળા લાખ માણસો
ઓકે લખ્યો જો કલરિયા
મેં જ લખ્યું.
અરે તારા સિવાય કોકે લખ્યું?
ઈ લખશે જ ભાઈ, એકવાર તમે ખાલી લખશો ને લખશે, કેટલાય લખશે ભાઈ.
Realms within Siege, you mentioned like what is canon. Whenever we introduce a new character, like we do try our best to ground them and to get them integrated into like the web of relationships with other operators. They come from a background that justifies their use of like a weapon and their tactical knowledge.
Indian server, please.
Like a situation you find yourself in when you're playing the game. On the other side, YouTube non-canon side. Whenever we introduce an event or whenever we do a partnership,
we get flanked. What does he do?
This is where to break what you know.
જસ્યા બધા થોડા આટલા બધા લાખ જણા જોવે તો 50,000 જણા તો અત્યારે ખાલી નવું આવ્યું એટલું ખબર હોય એટલે આવ્યા હોય જોવા એ રોજ રમવાવાળા થોડા હોય બધા આપણે જેમ
તો કાઈ નહીં એને કઈ બરોબર નથી જરૂર ગણો મારી સી જગત ઘણા પ્લેયર છે એને કઈ
part of the community that
નથી એવું નથી
you know as a monster or as a cowboy or
એટલે જ કહું જાજુ બોલી ગયો
that they haven't seen before from there
so topic આવી ગયા જી
freaking pizza Mozzie like that came out and we're almost like what have we done and then it's one of the most popular skins this doesn't mean that we're going to let the taste of the
pizza Mozzie વાળું કે
pizza Mozzie વાળું કે ભાઈ સ્કિન જ એને હું વાંધો છે
ઠીક છે હવે
I think we still have to have some kind of
કઈ
ruling
pizza Mozzie વાળી
મસ્ત હતી ભાઈ સ્કિન હારી જ હતી
ભાઈ સાંભળો એમ્બર રાઈસ સિવાય બધું હાલે ભાઈ દુનિયામાં બધી સ્કિન રેડી છે એમ્બર રાઈસ સિવાય
there is variety there is something fun to be had in Siege every now
આ કઈ કીધું આ સીઝન આ યર માં મોટા ડિસિઝન એપ્લાય કરી શકે
some amazing fan work it can create an amazing story and then reset at the start of the season and you're back to learning about the next operator.
Is this a podcast or just an hour of Ubisoft saying that we can't fix this game?
A little bit, JB. Has there ever been a time where you've had like a good idea brought to you, or you know somebody on your team's had a good idea gameplay wise, and then you guys like took a look at it and were like, you know what, I don't think that fits with the theme of Rainbow Six, so it didn't end up going any further?
Yeah, it has happened. I've seen very serious people come to
Aji ko like Indian server please.
Okay.
Lakho muko nahi.
All IDs are welcome. Then it's just a matter of seeing whether things fit or not in terms of gameplay. And then sometimes it does happen that we have IDs that would make a lot of sense in terms of gameplay, but we can't really ground them in the ways that
like Indian servers
like in something that you can believe in. Of course we take stretches, we go like we have holograms
9 minutes still reveal
that don't really exist in the real world, but we still want people to be able to feel like this that something like that they can
no Indian server game je agree
it happens that that can't really make work because of technical or realization
lekho bhai oh bhai lekho
bhai ઘણા lekho
I can't stress enough like we have a team
YouTube માં લખી જા
first of all we have a realization team that tries to marry
plays R6 in India
gameplay
ભલે negativity ને મૂકો ભાઈ
is immensely important like if it's fun like
આપણે second number એ જીઓ
fun just because we can't find a way to bring it into the game is always going to be
super rare
and it's really disappointing so we have a dedicated team that
મારી કમેન્ટ નથી જતી
incredibly hard
અરે વાર લાગશે
એકવાર લખીશ પછી 1 મિનિટ ને 30 સેકન્ડ પછી જાહે
try to make it happen every single time
give Indian server chill
so yeah there we have it
જો તો કેવો ચાડો લાગી
also a little bit of
એમને હાવ ઝીણો તેવો ફોટો છે જાડો કેવી લાગે એટલો ઝૂનો ફોટો છે કેટલો નાનો ફોટો એમાં તને ક્યાં દેખાય છે પાછો માથાનો ફોટો છે તો
બીજા ફોન કરો કો
નાઈસ
હાલો ફોકો ભાઈ
wait to hear what they have to say about what we're revealing later in the show but for now let's turn to pressing. It's time for the future of the Siege universe for 2021. Start the countdown.
Always. Hello.
6 મિનિટ 28 સેકન્ડ મેચ 1 પહેલેથી બતાવે ભાઈ
વાંધો એટલે કઈ જે મીરા નેસ જ છે ને પાછી
હા છેલ્લે મીરા નેસ જ છે
See if you can flank her.
રિઝોલ્યુશન વધારો
420 કરી નાખ્યું ભાઈ
Copy Ash.
હાલે ભલે નહીં રમે Hey, we lost.
Defenders win.
What are you?
ના ભાઈ
કેપિટા વિજિલ
આ તો હા વન સાઈડ મેચ હતો
Congratulations on the victory. Well done.
Thank you. I'm pleased with the outcome.
Let's talk about what happened.
Vigil's very aggressive. His team is no different, even on defense. They weren't going to wait for us, so we waited for them.
And how did the match end?
Nomad's air jab saved the day.
Oh, Nomad OP.
But was blown back. Easy.
And then?
I ordered Nomad to defuse. The rest of the defenders were too busy attacking Montaigne to do anything about it.
And what are your thoughts on your next match?
Team Mirror is undefeated. They'll be much more conservative than Vigil. We'll have to advance quickly before they can dig in.
Can you beat them?
I'm confident we can break the streak. Yes.
Nice. Game je chapi veja. GG. Mess.
That was your last chance to turn this thing around. Team Vigil is out. We'll talk about it.
We did our best. Team Ash did better.
You were the last man standing. You took out 4 of the 5 attackers by yourself.
And a thermite charge brought an end to that.
Are you taking this seriously, Vigil?
About as seriously as a game of cups and rubbers.
You sure that's enough?
If I played like it wasn't a sim, there'd be a lot of blood on my hands. Figure we don't need that kind of red tape.
I know it's only a game, but it's as close to real as we can make it. Maybe you can improve your suspension of disbelief a little bit next season.
Be careful what you wish for.
Why's that?
Improving my suspension of disbelief might result in Mozzie being sent back to Australia.
અને મોઝી યાર વાંધો છે ભાઈ.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I rest my case.
Give me a pest update.
Not many drones left. They're in these mosquito lamps.
Mosquito lamp.
Have it, Dad.
Bloody hoes don't have to tell me twice. There's a few. Give me a moment and I'll mark the target.
મોસી મજા કરે છે.
ગાંડી નો.
ઓ ભાઈ મોસી ઓપી ભાઈ.
મેં કોમેન્ટમાં લખ્યું હતું ખબર છે અને કે જે છેલ્લે સ્ક્રીન એલી ને એના પરથી ખબર પડે કેટલું ફાયર રેટ છે મીરાની કે
ઓવરલોડ નથી ને
Let him come to us. He's going to get lucky eventually. We gotta take Tachanka out.
I've got a glim over there. Just wait for it.
Why didn't you say so before?
You didn't ask.
બે બાત તા જોઈ
એટલે જેસ નથી ગમતી.
I can't hear anything.
ટીન 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 ટીન
Tachanka.
એટલે જોજો તું તને એમ થાય કે કાલી નથી ગમતી
Keep the rest of us in the loop next time.
Sure thing,
ફાઇનલ માં વિડિયો બતાવવાના છે.
તો શાંતિ રાખજો જઈ લીધો હોય તો.
ના હોય
હા વિડિયો બતાવો.
Don't get cocky. We beat them once, but they haven't lost since. Thoughts? Something is eating at Callie. She does not like taking orders. Pulse, any thoughts on Ash?
Ash does things
Double
like
ask him.
Callie's loose cannon axe is gonna piss her off if it hasn't already.
Commander control is not their strong point right now.
એનામાં થઈ જાઓ.
No, Callie will go rogue if she feels Ash is making mistakes. She does not want to lose. Let's keep an eye open for opportunities. If they look like they're coming apart at the seams, they probably are.
You got it.
Affirmative.
એના બુદ્ધિથી રમે બાકી બધા.
મ્યુઝિક ખારું છે આ એક
Yeah.
વિડિયો નો બતાવ્યો બીકીની તો વિડિયો
આવો છે
બીકીની તો વિડિયો બતાવતો હતો
તું શાંતિ રાખ
ટાઈમર આલે એમાં શું શાંતિ રાખ
ઓચિંતાનો 10 સેકન્ડનો વિડિયો ચાલુ થઈ જાય તને થોડી ખબર
બસ
આવ્યો ભાઈ
નથી હારી
What a match point.
Are you a betting man here?
Zero and Dev.
Assume I favor one side over the other. You know me better than that, Sam. Besides, I left my wallet at home.
Attackers, prepare for insertion. Team mirror to the map. Team Ash has breached the map.
કેમ છે
બુદ્ધિ વગરની
Firstly. Nice.
Joker, now. Roger. Let's go fishing.
Nice.
Good to go, Jordan.
Copy that.
Oh, Mozi.
Why?
Three attackers remaining.
Callie, I need cover. We're pinned down, Callie. Get us out of here.
Oh,
ભાઈ
Callie! What the heck is he going? Giving them a clear target.
Come out and play.
Kali OP in chat.
કાંડો થઈ ગયો
Oh, bye.
ઓ કાંડે દી ગોળી ગઈ
ભાઈ
Anyway, it's an Indian operator, bro.
Team માં
ઓ માય વાત તો ભાગતા હે
Not in our playbook, anyway. Something tells me this fight ain't over.
આ મજા આવી યાર
GG ભાઈ GG કાલી OP ભાઈ
Instinct
Oh,
can't
hey.
be bought. That won't stop me from trying.
I don't know how you do things in the private sector, but we do not use people as bait here.
This is a game, princess. And I just won it for you.
ભાઈ મીડિયા
અમરેલી છે ભાઈ એટલે કઈ ઓહો
ઓહો ગધી થઈ ગયા તો
જસિયા બેટ કરવાનું કોણ કીધી તો જોતું
Now it's time to set our sights on what's to
સાચી
come.
વાત છે
2021 is going to be a massive year for the evolution of Siege.
ભાઈ
And the
બોલ્યો
entire team has been diligently preparing for this very
ભૂલી ગયા
moment.
કપડા એ વાત સાચી
So
છે
now, without further ado, our dev team is proud to introduce their vision for the future of Siege.
હલો યાર હલો
Future of Rainbow Six
બાકી સીમીડિયા એસ ની મજા નહીં આવે બરાબર કહી દેજો
Pandemic, the work from home situation last year was a challenge for all of us. This being said, I'm really proud of the work that the whole development team across the world has been doing on Siege. We've brought amazing content during year 5 and I hope the players really enjoyed what we brought. Starting in year 6, season 1, what we're going to be doing is having the operator inside of the battle pass as the first reward alongside
nice.
its exclusive headgear and uniform that usually was in the year pass. Along with that, we're extending the period going from 1 week of early access to 2 weeks. And this 2 weeks period is going to be tied all of this at the same price for the battle pass.
Fuck off.
So during year 6, we're going to have our new operators, obviously, every season. These new operators, as I said, are going to be in the battle pass. In season 1, we'll be going into Argentina. The second half of the year, we'll be visiting Europe, so Croatia in season 3, and then visiting Ireland in season 4. And in season 2, we're really excited. We're going in the northern prairies of North America. Our newest operator will be from Dakota, which are indigenous people from that region. Also, along the year, we'll be shipping our usual map reworks. So in season 1, we're going to be starting with Border.
Oh,
nice! Make it even more competitive than it is today. Season 2, after the house rework that we done last year, we want to do another casual rework. What this means is that we're going to be going and heading into favela. In season 3, we're going to be trying something different. Instead of having one big map rework, we're going to be doing small reworks on multiple maps. And in season 4, we're actually going to go back to Outback.
Oh, nice! Outback by unexpected.
Alongside, we're going to have arcade playlist, so small gameplay laboratory. We're going to be trying new things, so look out for those. During the year, we're also going to be bringing core gameplay features and content in the game. We really want to use the test server to iterate on those, and once it's ready, ship it on live. The quality of service that we're bringing to the players is of the utmost importance for us, and we really want to keep focusing on this and make improvement into the connectivity and DDoS issues that we had for the past years.
Nice.
We're changing a bit how we're going to use TS. We're going to push things that are far from over, and where we need feedbacks as early as possible to adjust things in advance. So it's very possible, for instance, that you see some very big gameplay systems land in the TS, but not come in the live version of the game before at least 2 more seasons, because we want to take the time to adjust them based on feedbacks. I think we have 2 major opportunities and way of improvements during the next year. I think the first one is going to be less downtime. And the second aspect would be onboarding. Being more welcoming to new players is also something that's, we believe, is very crucial to the future and success of our games.
Finally.
We want the game to be really nice to play and nice to watch, especially when it comes to downtimes. When you play the game, I think there are moments where it's really tense and you feel like you're really pulled into the action, and that's mostly during the action phase. But during other phases, like the planning phase, the prep phase, or everything that happens after you die during a round, it feels like very often you don't have that much to, not that much that can really influence the outcome of the round. So the general idea is that we want the players to be able to have a clearer impact on how the round is going to end. Whether during the planning phase or even during the prep phase and the activities after this. The imbalance in favor of defenders has become an issue. It's really hard to attack in the current metagame. The metagame itself is evolving, but we want to try to attack the issue on a deeper level. And we're going to take the opportunity because we're already working on big gameplay changes, big system changes like the attacker's repeat. And we're going to use this opportunity to try to favor attackers a bit more than defenders and rebalance a bit the game so that it feels a bit more fair to play as an attacker. For onboarding, I think the high-level objective is that we're never going to lower the ceiling. The game needs to remain as complex and as beautiful as it is today, but we're going to make the floor easier to reach. We need to give better tools for the community to welcome new players, and we need everyone to work towards having a more inclusive community. I think it's going to be a win for everyone.
Currently in Rainbow Six, the onboarding is mostly done by the community and your friend, and we really want to help solo players to get in by themselves. That's why we are creating a cell dedicated to onboarding, and the goal of this cell will be to help those players get in faster. Learn the maps, learn the guns, learn the gadget and all the operators that are specific to Rainbow Six. So rank is currently our most competitive aspect of the game that you can play right now, and we really want to improve it. And that's why we are working currently on reworking the ranking system to allow people to really improve season after season and have a better idea of their skill level. So matchmaking, it's a tough subject, of course. The goal is to give all the players the match that are the most fair for everybody. And it works quite well, but sadly, lots of people try to lie to the system, either by creating a new account that we call Smurf, or by trying to derank and fake their skill level. So we are always trying to do small improvement to the matchmaking system to fight this. It's a tough battle, but we are improving every season against that. The reputation system is starting to work in the background for a while now, and the first goal of the reputation system is to feedback to the player his behavior inside the game. So to know if you are a toxic or a good player. And depending on your score, you can expect some sanction or reward, of course.
2020 was definitely a challenge for esports as well. The point system was heavily impacted by last year's situation. We were not able to have global competitions, putting the teams from different regions against each other. So we believe that we have built a very robust and solid system with the point system. We really want to stress test this in 2021. With our learnings from 2020, we're pretty confident that we can make global majors once again this year in 2021. February next year is going to be our World Championship once again. It's the sixth Invitational as well, so a big anniversary event for us.
Hi.
And we're bringing back the event to Montreal, the birthplace of
26 तारीख.
We have still a lot of work to do, but I think the creativity that this game brings is unmatched.
And I see that Siege will continue to grow and to stay the best possible.
You've already gotten a glimpse at a new look for Siege, and this is just one of the many aspects of the game that we're updating this year. Let's hear more about the new visual style, as well as the new features coming from our player behavior cell.
Oh, whoa.
We always want to do better. We always know that we haven't reached our full potential yet as a game. So whether or not it's onboarding or making sure newcomers feel welcomed with the game, and our mission is, over the next year, we'll completely revisit all of the menus in the game, refresh them, and bring them up to that standard that we hold.
Interface change.
Okay, nice.
On top of that, we also have a new logo. We have new key art,
Nice.
and we're very happy with it. This is a high energy, high impact game with a diverse cast of characters and gameplay. And we stay true to the roots of the game as well. So
Bari update
our community knows and love still feel like this is the real spirit of the game we're looking at.
Since 2 years, we created a cell composed of two teams, player behavior and anti-cheat teams. We are still focusing on anti-cheat. This is really important. This is a sensitive subject for us, for our community, and this is something that is a core pillar to our game. And we will continue to find solutions in order to block cheaters that are ruining the gaming experience of our community. Anti-cheat is a sensitive subject because they can counter all solutions really easily, depending on if we are giving a lot of details. Based on this, we will continue to communicate to our players through dev blogs about all anti-cheat initiatives, because this is really important, and we will try to give as much details as we can. So during the last year, we were building the reputation system. Right now, the reputation system is live in shadow, meaning it doesn't take any action into our players. But we will continue to improve and gather data related to this system, and right now we have a reputation score that is applied to all players. The system will come with sanction and rewards. This reward will be based on the reputation scoring. The reward will be specific items. It will be high-level rewards, and we will have like different way to distribute them. And these rewards will also be removed when somebody is going back to a wrong reputation score.
Yeah.
First, we're going to work on the sanction related to the reverse friendly fire. We want to work on the people that are abusing the tech shot and the voice shots. So we want to add sanctions that will prevent these abuses, because it's not normal that right now we have people that are very toxic through these channels. And then depending on your reputation, some content or some content will be blocked. So a player that have a bad reputation score.
Just તું toxic નો કહેવાય ને તો ગેમ આ રેનબો 6 માં ચીટર નથી કે એવું એ કહી શકતો.
But it doesn't mean that you cannot access it back. he will have the tool to better understand how and why he get sanctioned. Based on this, he will be able to change his behavior and better understand why it was seen as toxic. Right now, we have seen some frustration related to stream and queue sniping. We are aware this is a problem for our community and for our content creator. So right now, the player behavior team is working on a new solution, a solution called Streamer Mode that will be available at the first part of year 6.
Nice.
The settings that will be available to our content creator and our streamers will be first, hi my name. They will be able to hide their region and pings,
Valorant.
but also they will be able to hide everyone else in order to prevent queue sniping,
Valorant.
be able
Nice,
to have a hidden matchmaking delay, hide clearance level, and they will be able to hide the profile image.
Nice, bye.
Exactly, Valorant.
Smurfing is a big problem for our community. Have many faces, and we need to approach them with a different strategy for each of them. Right now, we increased the clearance level for the ranked playlist. We will also add some restriction to the ranked playlist in order that players that were inactive or got their account hacked or an account that has been buried cannot come right now to the ranked playlist without a play experience in other playlists. And after that, we will also control a bit more how we are giving XP in terms of PvE, just in order to have better cohesion and a good experience for everyone.
When we made the decision last year to deliver just one new operator per season instead of 2, it allowed us to create new cells within the team to focus on the way the game is played outside of the action phase. This led to some interesting opportunities and opened up new avenues to address the balance between attackers and defenders. Let's hear more.
The idea with Attacker Epic is to allow to each attacker player to change the operator and his loadout as many times he wants during all the preparation phase. They will adapt their strategy according to the information they will gather. And for defenders, dealing the information becomes more important. So, for example, they will have to chase drones or hide some of their operators. The preparation phase will be much more meaningful. Currently, defenders have a better win rate. So, with these new tools, for attackers, I think this will balance operators around this new game flow. So, for example, the defenders specialize in dealing crucial information.
5 seconds before insertion.
So, the goal here is to keep players interested even after their death. For attack side, you will have full access to your drones that were pre-placed on the map.
Nice!
You can control them and use their abilities. You can use shock dart of Twitch or the laser of Zero. For defense side, it's pretty much the same behavior. You have also full access to your cameras, drones, and also their abilities. So that means the sonic bursts of Echo or the laser of Defenders can
તો ભાઈ મેસ્ટ્રો લઈને એક જણાને મરી જવાનું મેસ્ટ્રો થી ઝેપ કર્યા રાખવાના
So we
બધે
try to counterbalance that by reworking the bulletproof camera. So now the camera can rotate and you can shoot an EMP dart that disable all attacker electronic in-world gadgets. So that means you can disable drones but also air jabs, claymore, etc. So I think we should observe an increase in and player will have more playtime and fun. We will try to add early version in the test server around year 6 season 2. So we are rethinking how the test server is used. The goal is to add early version to get feedback as soon as possible and then iterate on it. So player will have more playtime to be familiar with this huge change.
We are
nice,
nice
nice
armor system to a speed and health
system. So no more production that you don't understand or you don't see. We will remove all the modifiers from the armor that you used to have. We're making sure that everything that is now exposed to them. 2 armor and 3 armors will have more HP available to them, making them more plant the diffuser, take some engagements and everything. This is the first step that we are taking to make sure that the speed and armor is more of a choice for you. We will introduce the Gun 6, which is an hybrid between a weapon and a gadget. It will replace your secondary weapon, but it will shoot something that will destroy bulletproof gadgets.
Nice.
It's a secondary weapon that is mostly aimed at removing utilities. You will have one shot. It will travel straight, just like Ash launchers or Kali's lance. One of the things that this weapon does not have over secondary pistols, it doesn't bring you the movement modifier that you usually have with a pistol. Drone activated. If you bring this up in a firefight, you are most likely toast. So that's one of the balancing things with the Gun 6. It's you make a choice over reliability or removing utility.
Yeah.
We can't talk about tackling the 20-second meta without talking about the first of all, we are removing the shield.
Okay.
There won't be any shield. It will be only the Falcon you will have in your hands. You will be able to deploy it similar to an ADS, bulletproof camera. We are still working on the shape of the object, so we're still tackling this, but the shield is gone for sure. This is one of the other worst offender for the second meta. We are keeping the behavior mostly as it is, so you enter the range, it starts making sound and slow you down. But when it's become active, it will expose a weak point. You will be able to shoot it, destroy it. The mind game or the baiting game that we have with this gadget. You don't feel helpless. We are bringing a small nerf to Mira and Maestro. If you get close to an evil eye, you can melee it to remove the vision completely. Maestro himself will have to open the evil eye to see through, or to ping, or actually shoot with it. And the same can be applied to Mira's window. If you go on the black side and you melee it, you will remove section of vision for Mira on the other side. We have Fuse that will receive some changes along the way. We want to make sure that the gadget is more useful all the time. We also have Finka that will receive some changes to her nano boost. She will be able to use them once she's down herself, so she will be able to raise herself back, similar to what we have with Doc.
So far, we've covered a lot of what's to come for Siege, but we're not done yet. We have more to share on the tireless work our teams on the technical side have done to improve the quality of life across the board.
Ooh.
And because we always like to send you out with something special, not only do we have an update on Elite skins, but we are also excited to reveal a few very cool partners we're working with this year.
One of the
first things we did for the connectivity servers, and we optimized it to make sure that we're hitting that smooth 60 frames a second update rate. All the time we're trying to improve our tools, improve our monitoring, just being able to get metrics on the community, what the issues that they're facing, and improving those metrics. If you remember in the past, in the previous wave of DDoS attacks we had, we improved our defenses, and all that inspired like a new wave of attacks that are much bigger. And what we found this time is that the attacks are not just hitting the game server that they're targeting. There's actually a kind of splash damage that's impacting many more game servers than the original, the intended target. So what we've done recently is we've taken steps to mitigate that impact, and we've managed to bring down the impacted game servers by 90%, which is fantastic. But one of the things we plan on doing is to break the benefit that DDoS attackers have when they attack our game server. And to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to pass different address information about the game server to each of the teams. That way, when one of these addresses is attacked, we can tell which team attacked us, and we can make sure that they don't benefit. So a game as successful and long-running as Siege obviously has many content updates, and each of these updates increase the base install size. So we're actually using some cool new texture technology to reduce the size taken by the textures without losing any visual quality. So we're also looking to download customization items on demand rather than include them in the base install. This should drastically decrease the size of the install. The smaller our game is, the easier it is for our players to try out and become lifelong players.
Starting later this year, our elites are going to be customizable. What this means is that you will
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
You can have a Tachenka uniform alongside with his headgear from Rainbow is Magic. What this means is that the gadget is going to be a skin, eventually the operator card also. All of this are going to be different customization options that we'll be bringing.
Nice.
We can use the victory dance of the elite with any type of customization that you have. So you could use the full event, but have the victory dance for the We can't wait to see the players' expression on using this.
Oh, very nice.
We took a look at the excitement that Labracraft, for example, brought out last year, and we wanted to find new partners for this year. We're really excited to partner up with Capcom for one of the biggest franchise in the game. From season 1, we're going to have an elite skin on Jill Valentine for Zofia. But
yes, Nicky!
We're also going to have another elite skin from the Resident Evil franchise. But stay tuned for more information on this. So we also wanted to try something that we haven't done before and something unique. We've partnered up with someone that we're huge fans of that works in the video game industry. She's actually a big fan of Rainbow Six Siege, so she's going to be doing her take on our operators. So check this out.
カナダの方で講演会が招待されていたので、カナダ
Sexy.
Bye, yaar.
Sexy, bye.
見ましょうってことになって突然伺ったんですけど、その時まさにこういう状況で実はリロイさんインタビューに答えてたんですよ。他の何か答えてて、あの方がディレクターだよっておっしゃってたので、そのインタビュー中にこう後ろから近づいてキルしてやろうと思ってこう近づいてたらやめてくださいって止められて、そこからリロイさんが行ってみってなって。
Ce qui m'a frappé tout de suite, c'est sa spontanéité et un côté vraiment, je ne sais plus comment on dit en français, mais
attack side balance करवानी थी, attack side नहीं करवानी.
Mise à l'aise. Ah, j'adore ce que vous faites sur Rainbow, c'est mortel, etc. Et donc, qui démarre hyper spontané autour du jeu. Vraiment, ouais, c'était.
最初本当は全部書きたかったんです。その中から今回選ばせていただきました。それをもう
तो भाई तो पता ही नहीं खुद डिफेंस में तो हाउ
itu how you
screen man aja ini lo kamu bilang kabar 私がじゃあ中村育美が好きにデザインをする attacker lu dia tuh ke preference base में attacker बदला ya gua 考えた時に તમે risk લેવું પડે drone તોડવાનું અંદર નાખવાનું中村さんって印象があって
વલેન પણ આપણે 5 સ્ટેક રમતા હોય તો એક જણો નાખીએ કે
હા ઈ જો એક ફેક્ચર તે લીધો નથી કોઈ કે એવું હોય તો તાર બદલવું બદલ્યો ને બહુ બધું લાવ્યા હોય તો
તમે રિસ્ક લેવું પડે એમ જોવા પડે કે એને હું લીધું છે અંદર નાખ્યા બે ડ્રોન નાખ્યા કે ના ચેક કરીએ
કાઈ વાંધો નહીં એ વર્થ છે ભાઈ એ વર્થ છે બે ડ્રોન જાય તો
એ બરાબર છે આપે એમ
envoyer ces trucs
ભાઈ પ્રો લીગ વાળા ગાંડા થઈ જવાના છે ગોયો વારે કેટલું બનાવ્યું છે સ્ટ્રેટ્સ પતિ ગઈ
ગોયો ભાઈ હાચન મીડિયા રીપ ગોયો
ce style là qui est vraiment hyper unique et qui t'appartient
આ તો ખોટું
સેલ મેટા ગયો મતલબ હાવ
dans les étoiles donc vraiment c'était
હા ભાઈ
પચંકામાં હું કરે ગોયો કરતા પચંકા હારો થઈ ગયો અત્યારે
પચંકા હારો જ થયો એના કરતા
いろんな種類を増やすためだけ作られてるものとかも多かったと思うん
いやだち
テーマ性を持って
ભાઈ યાર એકોને મેસ્ટ્રો યાર
がすごく良ければ50何体全部デザイン
してメロイピオラ
ぜひその雰囲気を楽しんでもらえればと思います。
શું બોલો સુમીર્યો
એકો
થાન નોની નો ઘર ભેગી નો થાન ખબર જો હું કરે ખબર ડિફેન્સ વાળા એક જણો સ્પોન પિક માં મરી જાય બરાબર પછી મેસ્ટ્રોન કેમ
અવેલેબલ ઓન સેકન્ડ માર્ચ ભાઈ
અને પછી સિમિરિયા મેસ્ટ્રો એકો છે ને ઈ તારી મારશે ઈ ખબર અંદર ની ઘુસવા દે
We're also working on something else.
એસી ગોળી ફાયર કરશે અને ટીમને ગ્રેપ કરશે
Hello.
The future of Siege is looking bright indeed.
Hachi
And
bacha.
now it's time to unveil our first season of 2021, Crimson Heist.
Nice.
Chris Waters and the Ubisoft News team have put together a preview of what you'll be able to play when Crimson Heist hits the test server tomorrow.
Oh!
7 सेकंड भाई. 9 सेकंड, sorry.
It's a red-letter day for Rainbow Six Siege as Crimson Heist is coming to kick off Year 6 in style.
Oh, bhai!
I mean, just look at those glasses. Fire. The man behind them is Flores, the new attacker from Argentina who deploys zippy little drones that pack a big punch. But he's not the only one bringing the boom. Some attackers will get an explosive implement of their own with a new secondary weapon option, the Gone 6. Crimson Heist will also deliver a new rework for the border map and launch the beta of Match Replay on PC. So you'll have a new way to analyze your opponents or show off your 200 IQ plays. It's a new year and Team Rainbow has a lot in store. So take a second to subscribe to this channel and let's take a deeper look at Crimson Heist. Flores is a new medium-speed, medium-armor operator, and he's finally created the DIY device that every attacker dreams of. He put a bomb on a drone. His RCE Raptor gadget can clear out pesky defender obstacles like barricades and shields and barbed wires and what have you. And it can also target gadgets like Bandit's batteries or Maestro's evil eyes to minimize meddling from the defending team. Plus, it's very dangerous for anyone caught in its blast radius. Though the explosive timer is long enough for savvy defenders to get clear. Here's how it works. Once Flores deploys a Raptor device, its wheels start spinning, and it moves ahead non-stop until it is destroyed or its explosive is triggered. It can be steered, it can jump, and it can go anywhere a normal attacker drone can go, but it can't reverse or slow down. While moving, the Raptor is vulnerable to being destroyed by bullets, electricity, lasers, and Mozzie's pests, or to being stopped by Mute's jammers. So, players will have to be wary to ensure the Raptor reaches its target. However, once the explosive is triggered, either manually or automatically when the countdown timer reaches 0, it's the defenders that will have to watch out. Engaging the explosive causes the Raptor to anchor. It immediately stops moving, armors itself, and becomes bulletproof. Then, after a short fuse timer, boom. The Raptor's explosion can take a lot of defender utility off the board, and the anchoring feature gives savvy Flores players some extra flexibility. When the Raptor anchors, it sticks to any surface it's touching. And if the Raptor is mid-air, it'll stick to the next surface it touches, including walls, deployable shields, and some enemy gadgets. And though it has no effect on reinforced surfaces, it can open up an unreinforced hatch, or create a big old breach in the destructible wall to give Flores a new route to push with his AR-33 assault rifle, his SR-25 marksman rifle, or his GSH-18 sidearm. His set of explosive Raptor drones, along with the stun grenades or claymore in his secondary gadget slot, give Flores a lot of reach and potential to make an impact. Whether he's clearing the way for his teammates, denying diffuser access in a post-plant situation, or simply out for blood, Flores brings style and substance to any attacking team. If you're looking to boost your explosive capabilities beyond a Flores pick, then Crimson Heist has just the thing, the Gone 6. It's a new secondary weapon option for some attackers that comes loaded with a single explosive round to help you clear out all sorts of bulletproof gadgets. You may only have one shot, but sometimes all it takes is one round to change a round. Speaking of rounds, the ones you've been seeing here have all played out on the new border map rework. Crimson Heist is coming soon to Rainbow Six Siege, bringing the Gone 6 and border map rework free to all players at launch. The new attacker, Flores, will be available at launch through the Crimson Heist Battle Pass as the first unlock of the premium track, and will be available 2 weeks later for purchase with Renown or R6 credits. To keep up with the big changes and exciting new additions coming in Year 6 of Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Yes! He's gonna push either you or pull back.
Yes, yeah.
Nice, good job.
This season, we'll see some renovations coming to the destructible halls and perilous balconies of Border. For more on our latest map rework, here's level designer Jeremy Dowsett.
For Border, it's very easy fixes. We have an awful lot of data on the map, but it was mainly lines of sight, and some of the bomb sites were actually a little bit too congested. Extended bathroom and tellers and two objectives. They're just a little bit bigger now, so it actually aids in the movement for the players. We made bathroom a little bit bigger, and there's a breakable wall that goes towards tellers now, next to the window. We also moved the hatch around. You could always get pinched in tellers or bathroom for adding the hatch or moving the hatch in bathroom and changing around some of the walls and extending them so more into tellers and moving that window really changes the flow of that area. We also changed armory archives. So the room shape has changed a little bit and it's got extended. The covers got cleaned up an awful lot, but we've actually extended it just to make it breathe an awful lot more. So touch customs and stuff. There's less destructible walls. Nice. So it's better to defend. It's not easy to defend. And there's a few more covers, and the covers have been tweaked because customs and stock. I think it was one of the sites that people didn't like as much as in the map. So we went through and did some very strategic changes. Along with that, vents and workshop hasn't changed at all. Everybody's complaint about Border was always the helicopter noise, and the helicopter noise that was just very hard to hear stuff inside. The helicopter noise is so it's less of an interference when you're actually playing, and the voice that actually you hear over the tannoy system, that only happens now in the prep phase. It won't happen when you're actually playing. So now you'll actually be able to hear when people are coming and when walls are being breached, etc. You'll be able to hear everything because you have less helicopter whopping around on top of your head, and you don't have that guy on the tannoy talking all the time. There's a lack of rotation internally on the map, so we break room towards east stairs towards break room. East stairs security into break across this great big walkway now that takes stairs. And it's not a massive change. But adding little things like that really does aid the navigation and the rotation. Cleaning up clutter across the map as well also is a huge improvement because, you know, you learn over time there's lots of props and lots of things just all over the place that just gets in the way of lines of sight when you're trying to fight and when you're trying to shoot. So cleaning those out at the same time was a massive improvement. We added a balcony, so rather than rappel, you can actually just go up towards archives from exterior now. It actually aids in getting to the building a little bit quicker. Think of this rework more in the vein of something like when we did Clubhouse or Cafe. Small tweaks, huge.
Nice. Oh no, cover ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
You know, we playtest the maps and we have playtests with pro players. You give a map to 60 plus million players, they're going to find things that we haven't thought of and they're going to play it a different way, or they're going to find exploits that we didn't find. And that's a great thing, which is why we have the test server. So these issues can come out and we can fix them because we are very reactive when a map is released and goes onto the test server. We can be very reactive and we can fix them very quickly, which is why R6 Fix. If you find issues, please screenshot it, please take a video and please put it on R6 Fix. It is a valuable resource for us and for the community.
We've given you a glimpse of Flores in action, but for more on our explosive new attacker, here's Amelia Lomé, game designer, and Simon Ducharme, universe writer.
I think one of the inspiration we had is from gaming experiences from like Gaiden that you could end up in the first person view of this device. You had to adapt your trajectory to find your targets. These devices use older games. usually like guided missile that would one-shot everyone. And we're creating the oomph aspect.
એવો બધો ઓપી નથી જેવો સમજતા
એમ નહીં પણ તોડવાનો કેમ આનું કાઉન્ટર શું છે મને એમ કે
ના જ્યારે તું હલાવતો ને ત્યારે તૂટશે જ્યારે તું લોક કરી દઈશ ને ત્યારે નહીં તૂટે જો હવે નહીં તૂટે
ટાઈમર ચાલુ કરી દે પછી
નહીં તૂટે
તો વાંધો નહીં તો બરોબર છે હું કહું
So achieving your goals with Flores is very satisfying, just as we envisioned it in the first place. And also, I feel fair in the context of Siege as most defender.
અને એક્સપ્લોઝિવ ઓલી જગ્યા નથી જાજી ભાઈ
At their disposal.
જો તૂટી ગયું
આમાં સ્કિલ જોઈ ભાઈ આ ઓપરેટર વાપરો મોઝલોન ઓલા બધા વહી જાય ને યાર મેસ્ટ્રો ની
મોઝીનું શું કીધું હમણાં નહીં મને કોઈ સાંભળ્યું હોય
મને ના સમજાય મોઝીના પેસ્ટમાં ડ્રોન આવશે
એવું મને લાગ્યું ઈ જ કહું છું
આવશે કીધું એને કીધું ભાઈ
under the feet of a defender, and at that point the defender has to move.
આ ડ્રોન છે કે નથી ઈ કીધું નથી
But others may need
ઓય ને સાદા તો જોઈ ને
લ્યો ઇલેક્ટ્રિફાઈ માં બધાયમાં તૂટી જાય છે હાલો ઈ તો બરોબર
and you might need someone else to deal
Boss
with
is here.
so that you can access the site. Or you're gonna have to use one of your own devices to get rid of the entire power. The other operator is gonna work
બે કર નાખશે ચાર ના
using
ત્રણ
is gonna be great.
એટલે આમ કઈ ઓપી બોપી નથી
ઓપી નહીં પણ
કારણ કે જો એને તું ફ્લેંક વોચમાં કે રાખી ના કારણ કે 7 સેકન્ડ પછી ફૂટી જ જાય ગમે ત્યાં હોય
ઈ તો એના માટે છે જ નહીં પણ ફ્લેંક વોચ
જો આ સોરી 10 સેકન્ડ પછી
the wall might already be up. However, contrary to
આપે બેલેન્સ છે અત્યારે એવું લાગે છે પછી જો
હવે મજા આવશે એમ સુધરશે ડ્રોન તોડવામાં
So the two main mechanical one-to-one counters I would say are mute and mute. Mute is going to just stop the device where it is with the caveat that if you destroy the mute, then the Raptor is going to detonate eventually. The radius of the mute jammer
ભાઈ ઓમ જોવું પડે હો ડેકી
So if you drive straight to a mute jammer
અને મ્યુટ એટલે જામર ગમે ક્યાંક થઈ ગયા હોય બરોબર પછી આપણે અટેકર હોય આપણે ક્યાંક જામર તોડી તો
radius is going to be too short to actually deal with the mute jammer.
થઈ જાય ને
And the other one is Mudzi. So Mudzi is simply
Okay, Mudzi retro બે તૂટી જાય
and overload the device and destroy it. So both Mudzi and the Raptor are going to be destroyed in this instance.
Like I tell me,
Mudzi
okay.
will take control of the Raptor because
એટલે ન્યુટ્રલાઇઝ થઈ જાય એમ ને
it's a very loud, very big, very obvious device. And as a defender, it's going to be easy to shoot it. The main counter, if you are a maestro or bandit, is to have a friend of yours watching for the drone holes and shooting the device before it gets to you.
અને સ્પોન પિક માં મારવો પડે
Flores comes equipped as far as
thermite ને આને મારો
AR-33
સવાલ જ નથી
from Thatcher and the SR-25, which is the DMR Black Bear.
El Frost હતું ભાઈ
Not have a shield
Symbol એ હારો છે
DMR, but for the sidearm,
ડિઝાઇનર ટીમ બદલાવી
GSH-18
team બદલાવી
sidearm of fuse, for example, and for the secondary gadgets,
ડિઝાઇનિંગ ટીમ બદલાવી
ડિઝાઇનિંગ નહીં આખી ડેવલપર ટીમ બદલાવી
ડેવલપર અત્યારે જાપાનની ડિઝાઇન ટીમ આવી હું જોતા હતા તમે
obviously very vulnerable. And having a claymore to cover at least one
આપણને તો ગેમ પ્લે ચેન્જીસ ગેમ આ બધી તો ઠીક હે
that can be a very natural fit for Flores. And as a secondary option, if we want to dive more into the chaos potential of the operator, we bring flashbangs, combining your
આજે એમ તો હારો છે એમ કઈ નથી
this can create a lot of movements.
મારે ઈ જોવું છે કે ઘા કરીને સીધું લોક કરી દે તો ચોટી જાય
હા ચોટી જાય
તો ઉપર આપણે જે એસ થી તોડવું જોઈએ નીચેથી ઉપર ઈ થાવું જોઈએ ને
And we thought that Master Thief was a very
બતાવ્યું તું એક જણાને નીચેથી મારીને બતાવ્યો હતો
Flores was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was raised by his mom alone. It was kind of a rough childhood because his mom's health kind of slowly declined as he aged. So
Criminal.
Okay, ચોર છે ભાઈ
હાલે ઈ જ કહું છું તને
But he realized that he hated that because he saw what it did to his community, and his mom had taught him like empathy above all. He decided to go to a military college instead to see if like that kind of path, which was like more righteous,
Engineer
for him. And he ultimately got a military engineering degree. He also learned that authority does not work with him. And he said, well, I hate
Mechanical,
what organized
electrical
crime is
engineer,
doing to
Beno
my home.
combination.
So
yeah.
I'm going to be a thorn in their side, basically. And so he became a burglar. He started hitting big targets, crime lords, all that, to basically redistribute their money to the community that was suffering. And that's how he became known as the man from Flores, which is where his from. That's how he found his passion for tinkering and tools.
Okay, wall khuli gayi
You
hai.
always need a key to open a door. The doors are not always the
Droning
same.
करतो है नहीं लगे सर मैं
He wasn't caught or anything. They never knew who he was
until
they followed the money and realized that it was being given back to the community and everything. But the one
Oh,
thing
bhai,
that stood
animal
out to
nahi
them was his mother's hospital
Nah,
bills.
nah,
They
mandu
actually
mujhe
killed his
loko ne.
mother, and they were going to kill him as well. But Ash found him. So she was in Buenos Aires investigating smuggling, basically. And she
Yes, no,
him, and he
Yes,
had the
mar khawani
information she
barabar
needed.
si media.
So she offered him asylum in the USA, and he was very happy to take that
Yes,
because he had
Lora,
nowhere to be anymore.
Ay,
So
Kali,
he
Kali,
moved to
mali
Los
din hai.
Angeles and started a new life. Most people
Kali
don't have the
padi
morals
gyo
that he
ne
has.
tiko
Most people that have the morals that he
પડી
has
જાય
don't have the skill set of
ઓલી
it.
બેરી થઈ
He
જાવી
always
જોઈએ
felt
ભાઈ
very like no one is like me. No one
મેં
cares
ક્યાં
in
મજા
the
આવે?
same way that I do. Yeah, going to Rainbow, he's
પડદા નાખે.
finding some kindred spirits, and
જैसे
it's
બેરી થઈ
basically
જાય
a new
બેરી છેડ
chapter
પહેલે
that he didn't know was possible.
Ah, Jas, I have orgasm.
One of the highly anticipated features
Orgasm,
that we've been
right?
working on is
Yes,
match
sir,
replay.
yaar.
And we're excited
Ah.
to announce that this season, it's going beyond the
Or
test
PC
server.
player, bhai.
With the help of all of your feedback, we will be releasing match replay beta to all PC
Orgasm,
players
Jas.
at the launch of Crimson Heist. Here to tell us more are Mihai Lakatos and Wei Yu.
હાલો ભાઈ હું જાઉં
So
છું
putting magic
Okay.
on
Hello, Maida.
is actually the big moment for us. We put it on TS, we get the feedback, we improve the
Nice.
magic, we know it's stable,
Oh.
but the big test is always live. When we first put it on the test server, like a lot of people were saying like, hey, it would be nice, where you can select the round or like go directly to that round. And we realized like, especially in rank, for example, it can have 15 rounds. So if you want to go to the last round,
નહીં, પણ ગમે એને જોઈએ કે-
that would be crazy. So
આખો attacker ને જોઈ શકો, defender ને જોઈ શકશો.
to select the one that you want to go in. So you will be able to go fast forward or rewind, and you have also a timeline where you
Hello,
can
bye.
actually select a point on the timeline and go.
Khatam,
back and
tata,
forth.
bye bye.
Go also in slow motion. I will take this opportunity to address to the community when you will want to go forward in time. There will be a little delay, so don't worry. We already know it's a known issue, so you just have to wait until it loads when you jump forward. But when you go backwards in time, it will be almost instantaneously. And I know people are very excited, and sometimes they're asking, why it's not coming up faster? It's just like we want to make sure our game is robust, and also the feature is very stable for this. But first, we put it on PC. We want to see how it works. We want to make sure it's very stable, and then we want to also put it on the console.
Jas, પહેલી વાર આવ્યો ને ત્યારે comment વાંચવા જેવી હતી.
It will help them to get
કે listen આવ્યો.
just because
Oh, bye.
the replay functionality will give players, analysts, coaches, and the teams to really deep dive into each round, into each match, and see what happens throughout the game.
આ બધું તો
We
IGL ને
can
જોવા.
analyze the
અમે ના
strategies,
જોઈ.
the timings, the positions of every operator at any given time, and that is huge. Think of a world where the biggest replays or the replays of the biggest matches in the world, of a major, of a final, of the Sixth Invitational will
કેમ
be
છે
readily
ભાઈ?
available, that you can really watch and tune in and
Ah,
relive
yeah.
that moment as the
Oh,
player.
ભલે.
I think that's probably a mid to long-term goal, but that's our ambition, and we want people to go into those replay files, be able to share it, and maybe even for us to publish this for the wider audience.
Regardless if you're a beginner, you're just learning the game right now, if you're a casual or if you're a pro player, if you're a content creator, if you're a caster, regardless what you are, please try this feature. It's awesome, it's really nice. We will always read your feedback, and together we can build a match replay which is much better, and
Yeah,
we
bye,
will
but
make
to you.
everyone happy in the end. So make sure once it's out, you go out and try it. We will listen for your feedback.
Hi, Kali nu like.
A new Elite skin will also be available tomorrow. Let's take a closer look at Kali's Elite skin, The Master Frame Prototype 1.
એનિમેશન દેખાડો.
કપડા ઠીક છે.
Crimson Heist is dropping tomorrow on the test server with the reworked border map, operator Flores, and match replay beta.
Gone 6.
Not to mention that brand new secondary gadget, the Gone 6. Be sure to check it out. And before we wrap up this panel, we have one last surprise that we wanted to tease today.
Board game.
Rainbow Six
That-
Siege board game.
Vaya.
Mighty game.
ઓકે.
એ શું હતું ભાઈ?
ચેસ જેવું કઈ કઈ છે.
હા હવે બોલો ભાઈ. આવો.
કાઈ નહીં.
ફક ફક ફક.
Hello
ફક, ફક.
everyone.
ભાઈ જવા દો.
François Xavier Denier.
આપણને એ કેવું છે? એક
It's
એક તો
nice.
મેચ રિપ્લે. બાકી ઓલું એટેક ડિફેન્ડર વાળું.
એ યાર ઈ નથી નીકળતું મગજમાંથી.
સારું છે.
બિચારી.
અપડેટ જોઈ તો આમ જોઈ તો સારું છે કઈ આ વર્ષ
મેલુસી બિચારી.
જે રીતે ડિસાઇડિંગ યર છે એ રીતે સારું કહેવાય ભાઈ.